Hardware, Fishing Arkansas, Sunday mornings with Big Sarge on 103.7 The Buzz.
Tune in to the Gen Wealth Radio Hour, Saturdays at 10 a.m. on The Buzz. Catch what's happening for the headlines impacting your money, the Get Ready for the Future show for retirement and investing insight, and the fastest 4 minutes in finance with Scott Inman for Market News. Get ready for the future. Gen Wealth Radio Hour, Saturdays at 10 on 103.7 The Buzz.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA, SIPC. Investment advice offered through Independent Advisor Alliance. Independent Advisor Alliance and Gen Wealth Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network. The Zone is live from Pine Bluff Country Club for the Pine Bluff 4-Ball. Experience the finest in golf, dining, and hospitality in the heart of Pine Bluff. Now, back to 4 of the best balls in town, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on 103.7 The Buzz.
A lot of us, we kind of grew up with each other, like on the AAU circuits and going to camps and stuff. I played AAU with Mika. I've been on the camp team for Jordan and Abdul. And me and Jordan, we played on the same circuit, so we all kind of really knew each other before we even got up here, and the bond was already there.
All right, that was the voice of J.J. Andrews. As we welcome you in on this fine Friday, we are on the road at the Pine Bluff Country Club. We're kicking it in the 1914 Lounge. We're going to party like it's 1914, Phil. Moose is hanging out back in the studio, and we appreciate him helping and making sure that we get on the air and everything runs right. And, it's always a little extra work on Moose when we're on the road, but I certainly appreciate the effort on this Friday. And you know what, Moose? You've done such great work in getting us prepared for today. I want you to take the next 2 days off, okay?
Oh, that's so sweet of you.
Yeah, kick your feet up. You know what? You can take the next 2 days off, too.
I don't know if I even deserve it. Wow, thank you so much.
I didn't say that, but we're going to do it anyway out of the kindness of my heart. But anyway, I don't
have many weekends left, so thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Same. I know. We were talking about that. And I got a great offer yesterday to go see John Legend, and I think we said yes. He's going to be here next weekend over at Saracen. But I was also like, I kind of want to kick my feet up all weekend.
Yeah, but it's also John Legend.
That's true.
That's a little different. I think it's their first show that they're doing there.
No. They've had a handful.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's legendary. And anyway, I do look forward to, and I've gotten better at this because I'm not a good sitter-stiller guy. I like to move all the time and do things all the time, and my fiance is not the same. And so we have had, I won't say arguments, but we've had debates, and she's just like, I can't do everything. I need to sit still sometimes. And I'm like, you know what? There is some value in that, and I appreciate that. And I'm kind of looking forward to that next weekend because the next week I'm going to be gone for a few days. And then we got one more little getaway before football starts. So it's
hey, for you, I mean, from once that first Thursday and that last Thursday in August comes to whenever in March,
right?
You're not going to be sitting still for very long.
No. I will say this, with the new league, which we're going to talk a little bit about basketball, obviously, because the Hogs are in the Bahamas. And also we have the 2 UAPB basketball coaches coming by today, Coach Bozeman and Coach Leak. And they've got a special event going on tomorrow we're going to talk to them about. But is our video up, by the way?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay.
Yeah, looks good.
There we are.
Just see us? Cool. Anyway, but with the new UAC schedule is in its infancy for basketball, they have some off days because there's 9 teams in the league, and so there are 2 Saturdays where UCA does not play.
Interesting. I wondered sometimes if they might try to throw an extra non-conference game in, but you probably have to match it up against another league that has an odd number of teams. Or do any of the mid-major leagues do what an SEC ACC challenge?
Yeah, sometimes there's a sort of a cross-league coordination, I guess, with the ASUN because they're pretty closely connected, and of course UCA has been in the ASUN in the past, and so. they will play some of those teams as they have in the past just to help fill out schedules. Now, we are awaiting everybody's official schedule to be released, but Arkansas is sort of leaking it out one at a time, whether they're doing it or other people are. But they did announce yesterday they got a couple new opponents that are official. Robert Morris, one of them, and then I think Oral Roberts is the other one.
Bobby Moe, Robert Morris, and Oral Roberts. That's right. Robert Morris is in Pittsburgh. That's the Colonials. And remember, that's the team that beat Cal's Kentucky Wildcats in the NIT.
We don't like to talk about that.
Well, it happened.
Actually, I don't mind about that, but
It
he does have
happened to
that
Kentucky.
reputation. Yes, that's true. I don't want that part of his history to leak into Arkansas, but
I would hope it doesn't happen too.
So
I wouldn't expect it will.
The official announced, of course, I'm not going to go through the entire conference schedule, but you already know that that's been out. So Robert Morris is the earliest release date, which is November 10th. I've been told there's another game that is going to come a couple of days later, but it's not official yet, and I don't feel comfortable releasing it because it's not really my place. But I will tell you there are other games coming in between that one and the game against Indiana, which will be played in New York.
Little insider info.
Yeah, I hate those guys who are like, I know something. Okay, what is it? I can't tell you. Well, who told you? I can't tell you that either. Wes Moore used to do that to me all the time when we were together on the show. It make me want to punch him in the kneecaps.
And then
anyway,
he just did it to us.
Yeah, I did. I know. So rude. I'm such a hypocrite. Anyway, sorry, I was already going down that road. Listen, my brain is going to leak because I was up late. So I'm just going to like start down paths that I'm going to have to veer off of occasionally today, and hopefully I don't swear. That's always the goal after a night out with our friends in Pine Bluff.
Oh, your radio filter works, if you're not feeling 100% on the air, right?
Knock on wood.
You don't need the wood.
That reminds me, I actually don't know where the dump button is in here.
It's
I
it's
should
right
definitely
next
know
to you.
that.
It's right by the phone.
When's the last time that thing was touched?
Oh, I use it. I've used it a few times.
Is it the little red
I heard you
button
almost had to
on
use
the
it
speaker?
yesterday.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay,
Let me
got
finish this rundown here.
Sorry,
Michigan State and Detroit, November 26th. You're fine. December 1st at North Carolina. Oral Roberts is now December 5th. That's settled. Again, don't have game times. We just have days. The Arizona game in Phoenix, which that would be a fun trip. December 19th. If you're not doing anything else and you want to get away and not freeze.
Is that a weekend?
I'm not going to assume anything. That's a stupid thing for me to do. I would bet, though, because they're playing Central Michigan on the 22nd, which I doubt that they're scheduled on Saturday. But I don't know for sure anything. Let's look. I have a little handy-dandy calendar
I
here.
got you here. That's a Saturday.
Perfect.
And that would
December
be the
19th to a long weekend out in Arizona. That'd be beautiful.
So that would tell me that you still got to announce the December 12th game, which would be the Saturday before, and that should be the game at Simmons Bank Arena.
Probably so.
December 5th, Oral Roberts, that's a Saturday. There's nothing until 2 Saturdays later, so the next you ought to hear sometime soon.
My
or it'll
guess
get
is,
FOIA'd.
I'm guessing there won't be any games in between there because that's finals week, I think. It's right around there. Central Michigan, December 22, UTRGV. That's where Chase Conk is now the athletic director, the former Little Rock athletic director, is December 29th, and then we get into conference play January 2 against Missouri at home. So
there is not a big opponent at Bud Walton Arena until January 2nd, until Mizzou.
Well, it's like Cal said this week, you know, he tried to get some games and couldn't. So let me run down what we're doing today, and it's going to be a busy show, actually, for this Friday. Ricky Stewart, who's the pro here at Pine Bluff Country Club, is going to join us at 10:30 today. 10:45, speaking of really good golfers, Trey Schapp won the championship flight here several years ago. He will join us from the Bahamas, where he's hanging out with pigs, reel and basketball.
Trey's a multi-time champion of golf events.
Yeah, he's quite good. Anyway, so 10:45, he'll join us from down there. We'll get his thoughts on what's going on with Arkansas. I got a chance to be around the guys a little bit yesterday and hanging out at the convention center, but I did see him tweet that picture of hanging out with pigs in the water over there. I guess that's where they are. I've never hung out with them there. I've been to Nassau once, but it was when I was in college, so we did not seek that out.
I don't remember seeing pigs. Well, I don't remember seeing pigs when the women's basketball team was there in 2019.
Okay,
we took a trip to Nassau. I'm pretty sure that's where it was, and it was for Baha Mar. And I don't remember pigs.
Okay.
Doesn't mean they weren't there.
Fair. Red White Report at 11. We got Tom Murphy at 11:10 today. And at 11:30, we've got the coaches from UAPB coming over to tell us about this event. Did I put that in the rundown, what the event is? It's called Built For It, a celebrity basketball game. It's tomorrow at the Clemens Arena on the UAPB campus.
Wonder if a couple guys that you were playing golf with might
I'm guessing not.
have got involved in that, right?
They'll be playing golf.
They'll be doing golf instead of playing hoops.
This event will feature several celebrity participants from the NFL, NBA, WNBA, as well as state and local talent. I'm curious to see who's signed up for this, but we'll find out from them tomorrow, or today, about tomorrow. Entertainment at noon. We've got birthdays. We've got the Rewind, which is pretty darn good this week. And we've got What's on Tap coming up at 12:45, brought to you by our friends at Flyway Brewing, where we will be on Tuesday, taking in the Razorback basketball game on Flow TV. That game tips at 11 o'clock down in the Bahamas. And, of course, tonight's game is at 6 o'clock. So we'll get a full rundown on all that from Trey Schapp coming up at 10:45.
Outstanding.
All right, Big Ten.
That's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Big Ten Media Day is continuing, and I want to make sure we get this stuff in because it's quite good. And we heard a shot from former Razorback coach Brett Bielema this week about the SEC. And I wouldn't call this a direct shot. It's just truth-telling by Curt Cignetti, who can say anything he wants at this point because he has all the political capital in the world as a current national championship coach. So here is Curt Cignetti on the Big Ten and why he believes he's currently coaching in the best league in America.
I think your job as a head coach and the assistants is to equip your roster, make it as strong as possible with adequate depth at every position throughout the team. When you play that many games, you're going to get some guys dinged and injured. Things happen. Next man up mentality. The Big Ten is the best league in football, and a lot of really good football teams. It's hard to win on the road. Very physical football teams, very well coached. It definitely prepares you for the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. The numbers speak for themselves. I mean, we don't run a hype machine up here in the Midwest. We believe everything's earned, not given. And when we fall short, we say we fell short. We don't cry a river, whine, and complain, all right? And that's why we're the best.
That's just entertaining to listen to.
He's great. We don't live in we don't live in fantasy land, basically, is what he's saying. And you can say whatever you want, but the proof's in the pudding, as they say. And the Big Ten keeps winning championships, and if that continues again this year, it's going to be 4 years in a row. It'd be real hard to argue to the contrary that they don't have the best league. And you can just say, oh, well, they just have a best team. But again, when you got three different champions in the 3 years. Obviously, Indiana could go back-to-back, but it's hard to argue to the contrary.
In October, Indiana plays Ohio State at home and then Michigan on the road back-to-back weeks. It's going to be like some of the most appointment viewing say non-SEC, but just for any college football fan right now, to watch those two games, it's shocking to think about that.
I was reading a story this morning, continuing with Big Ten talk, and Dante Moore, who's the quarterback for Oregon, came back. And, of course, speaking of Indiana, he had a very forgettable last game. If you guys remember, they got absolutely shellacked, and he had a horrible day. They got off to a terrible start, but he had a great season in general. But they were down by 35-7 at the half to Indiana and just got throttled in the playoff game by their fellow Big Ten team. But he had a great year last year, Moore did. This story I'm reading here says he turned down potentially $55 million to go to the NFL. And he had a great season, 72% of his passes, 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. Obviously, the pick six was pretty costly against Indiana, but guy's a great talent. And we found out a little bit about him yesterday that we weren't expecting. This is a tight end for Oregon, revealing something we didn't know about Dante Moore.
Sometimes Dante farts in the huddle, and we have like a little competition of who can fart in the huddle, but I would say really everybody, but mostly Tay because he farts a lot.
How did this farting in the huddle tradition start?
Oh my gosh. Who said that? JJ. I knew it. Too much stuff is getting leaked out. You got to find ways to connect with your team, so we do that. Plain and simple, that's all. Nothing else.
Okay, all right.
This is bad.
If you're farting in the huddle, it definitely, I would say, too much is leaking out. All right, that's pretty hilarious.
Ha ha ha! Thank you though for the best quotes of all of media days.
I know,
and truthfully, some of the only stuff that's really worth talking about.
Yes, farts. This has already cooked the SEC for their week. So, we were talking about this, Moose, before the show started about the usefulness of farts. Obviously, it can loosen up your fellow players. But we were talking about other settings, like if you hate a player that you're lined up next to on the free throw line, farting at them, I guess would be kind of funny. Here's my favorite one, and what are they going to do about it? If you are a catcher and you don't like the way that the umpire is calling balls and strikes, obviously you got ABS now, but
Or
You could be
IBS.
farting all day back at that umpire. Yeah, exactly, IBS. You could be farting all day on the umpire. I mean, what's he going to do? I mean, you can't throw you out of the game for flatulence. At least I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Unless he feels there's some intent behind the fart.
How can he prove that?
I don't know. Maybe they can try to prove intent because somebody tried to throw at somebody.
And then the catcher would be set up to go, you know what stinks? The way you call this game. That's what stinks. Forget my farts.
It'll be one of those great moments like in Bull Durham when you go out there and you're asked a bunch of stuff and then you just fart at your pitcher and just try to break the tension, right?
Sure.
Not heard of that strategy before from any of the coaches that I've talked to. But, when you think about it, this is all open air. It dissipates pretty quickly. The worst place to do this is inside the booth, inside a play-by-play booth with windows closed.
Listen, there are two rules. You don't fart in the booth, and you don't poop on the bus. We all know that. Those are absolutes in this world.
That's exactly right.
It's only 10:20. We've already delved into to this kind of conversation. Good for us.
No. But here, so they're the ones who brought it up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Why? I don't ever remember hearing somebody at a media days or. Do you remember preseason NFL or any kind of? When have you heard somebody in front of a microphone in a press situation like this talking about their teammates farting?
Never. It sounds like something that, like Joe Montana. There's that great story about him. They got a game-winning drive that they're about to start, and he points out John Candy in the stands. I mean, that's listen. Sometimes you got to do things to lighten the mood. I mean, that's your job.
But that used to be one thing that just didn't get talked about very much.
Flatulence?
Yeah, it's just like the dirty secret that everybody didn't really talk about.
Listen, everybody farts and everybody poops. I hate to break it to you guys. You know what? I know you all have your high opinions of your special lady, but guess what? In the club. Yes, sir?
Gross. They do not. I think it was Dwight Howard that got in trouble for that. Like, he did
Tooting?
it so much and would laugh so much about the farting, like in all aspects of practice, in the locker room, and every moment that he got in trouble for it. The team had to tell him to stop doing it.
This is going to sound dumb, but honestly, that sounds on brand for him. Actually,
very on brand. Yeah, but I think he got in trouble for it.
Yeah, he's such a goob.
Well, look, this is also brother behavior, like stepbrother goofiness behavior. This is the way you have a brother. I didn't. Did you and Blake do this to each other growing up?
He's 21 years younger than me. No, I was changing his diapers. We didn't fart on each other.
That's a little different, I guess.
Yeah.
Former
but
teammate.
You hear athletes refer to each other as brothers sometimes. These are my brothers and everything.
That's right.
They're playing a game is what they're doing. I don't mean they're playing football. He's talking about they play a fart game in the huddle. This is the game within the game.
The game within the game. That's right.
That's crazy.
It's funny.
That's the game I'd like to
an
win.
entertaining one.
Yeah, well, I don't know that anybody wins in that game, Moose. I think everybody's a loser there.
Well, there's always going to be inter-team competition or intra-team competition. That's just teammates compete with each other about whatever it is.
Yeah.
Anything.
Also, we got an update on the Tony Romo situation. I actually watched two attorneys talk about it yesterday on a post online, and they were very much in his camp. And they said he did everything right, basically, as far as not blowing, doing the breathalyzer test. I mean, I think any attorney would tell you that. But I saw a story this morning that indicated that he had an open container in his vehicle, which does not help his cause, obviously. But that doesn't mean he's drunk. It just means he's driving with an open container, which you can't do. So that was one of the 3 citations that the sheriff's office gave him. So. It doesn't say what it was or anything else, but that's me. Like, if I'm him and I'm like, you know what? I just played in a golf tournament and I'm going to crack one and ride home with it. I'm sure a lot of guys have done it. I'm not saying it's right or wrong. Well, I'm going to say it's wrong. It's not legal, but I'm guessing it's not that uncommon. And he's probably like, well, I just got done sipping this beer a minute ago and I've got it sitting right here, so I'm definitely not going to blow, even though I'm absolutely not drunk. And I think the point is the blood alcohol content by blood versus breath, I think, is more accurate. I believe that. Mm-hmm. I'm not positive about that. We actually have debated this with some around the house this week because neither one of us knows anything about any of that. If my fiance dealt with Dewey arrests, she would probably have a little more
insight. She would have real answers then.
Yeah. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm just wondering what's in his mind. I don't know if he'll ever talk about it publicly or not because he's going to try to put this behind him as fast as he can. But anyway.
Well, I mean, once the season starts, how many times is he going to? I mean, he'll go on. He'll have a microphone put in front of him, I guess. So somebody will ask about it.
Yeah, it'll come up on a podcast a year from now, and he'll answer to it. Probably kind of like we got with the Trace Adkins story about him being shot.
Oh, boy. But we do get to hear that later again. I'm so excited to hear that again. First of all, because I don't know enough about country music, but I didn't realize his voice and what it sounds like. He's got the third testicle, essentially. I mean, it's like as deep as it gets.
Okay.
And hearing him talk about getting shot in the heart like that, I mean, that truthfully sounded like Sam Elliott.
I just love the fact that he didn't hold a grudge. I can't get over this clip. It's so good. And Theo Vaughn being like that boyish, silly, reaction to it like an idiot, it just makes it all the better.
What's it feel like?
This is
you got bit by a bee?
Yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. That's from a man who's never been shot, that's for sure.
So funny.
Now, I don't know. I've never been shot, so I have no idea either.
We had a text that day when you first played it that said, "Is that Bobby Bones?"
From the 501, y'all have me crying at my desk this morning. Great start to the Friday. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes toots are they're funny. Listen, they're always funny. People getting kicked in the balls, people falling down, and people farting is always going to be funny.
Until it happens to you, but you can still laugh at the farts. You're
There's
not
no
going to
doubt.
laugh at yourself getting kicked in the nuts.
What did you
Best
call
fart
it?
scene, Step Brothers.
What'd you call it when
This
your
person
kids
says.
were little, or when you were younger? Did you have a different name? But like before it became a fart, did y'all call it something else? Like
What's
toots
wrong
or-
with the word fart?
Nothing.
I mean,
is
is
like
it
some
is it?
parents don't rock just fart from the get go. Usually,
No,
it's like
toots are very
pop.
popular. Yeah, toots common.
My dad used to say
At least
fluff
it didn't-
when we were kids, and that just irritated me for some
No
reason.
offense. That's the most Canadian thing I've ever heard. It's so lame.
Backwards Bronx cheer.
At least you don't have to pay Moose the next 2 days for not working. No, he's on salary, so he is getting paid. Best fart scene, Step Brothers, this person says. That's a good one, for sure.
Is that ketchup? Definitely smell
yeah, when you're in there
ketchup.
for the interview. Yeah. With Seth Rogen. That was a great cameo. All right, 10:26. No more fart talk. Let's move it on. We're going to talk golf on the other side. My golf game's kind of farty, though, I'll tell you that.
What happened yesterday?
Well, yesterday was just a shootout. We made it a few holes, but we didn't finish it out. My brother missed a par putt, so it was his fault.
You put some pressure on your brother here.
I also hit a drive about 55 yards wide right, and then he hit an incredible recovery shot to get us back in position. So, it's a team deal.
Did you pay his way down here and everything to clean up all of your mess-ups?
I pay for this. He pays for his flight. I didn't pay for his flight. So, anyway.
Sounds like there might be a little bit of an imbalance in your games.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, listen, he is the A player. My job is to throw him a few pars and get out of his way and try to caddy for him, make sure his clubs are clean and he's making good decisions. Problem with him is he hits it so good and so far that sometimes he tries to overwhelm the course, and this is a place you got to think your way around. I'm like, you don't need to try to hit forehand between two trees over the pond from 240 out, even though I know you probably got that in the bag. Let's just hit a layup, pop it on the green, and two putt for par. That'd be fine.
I think you just perfectly described my role on this show.
Well, I'm going over the pond, so just get ready. 10:27. Stick around.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Former University of Central Arkansas pitcher Noah Cameron was masterful for the Kansas City Royals yesterday, but Cody Clemens of the Minnesota Twins got the last word in an ultimate way.
The 0-2 from Straub. Clemens in the air to right center field and deep. Back it goes. Deep it goes. And gone! Cody Clemens wins it. And the Twins walk off the Royals once again at Target Field.
The Grand Slam was ultimate in that the Twins were down 3 runs with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th and an 0-2 count against Clemens, but the Twins come away with a 4-3 win. Cameron did his part, though, allowing just 1 hit with 2 walks and 7 strikeouts in a career-long 8 innings. I'm Todd Pierce for the Buzz Radio Network.
We got the big deals at the Big
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with 0 down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
Razorback basketball heading to the Bahamas for the Baha Mar Summer League game starting Friday. This is Trey Schapp. Join me as I call in live from the Baha Mar Resort in Nassau. I will join each show on the Buzz daily with special bonus content on the Buzz social media platforms. Coverage of the Hogs in the Bahamas presented by Bet Saracen, UAMS Health, Gen Wealth Financial Advisors, and the University of Arkansas System.
Robert Irwin Jewelers 6-hour 60% off sale is this Saturday from 10 to 4 only at the Pleasant Ridge Town Center location next to Fresh Market. Everything in the showcase is 60% off this Saturday 10 to 4.
It's a legit 60% off sale. Do not miss it.
Hello, this is Justin Acri. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and the new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Let's get back to more of the show in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
Just say it'll be good, man.
It'll be good, man.
On the Buzz Radio Network.
Hey, if you haven't made any plans this weekend, or maybe you have made plans, get over to Oaklawn this weekend because they have a beautiful smoke-free casino. It's the only one in the state of Arkansas. Features over 1,500 slots, live table games, blackjack, roulette, craps, baccarat, and much more. About a month from now, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening will be there. In September, Amy Grant and Cooper Allen. You can buy your tickets at oaklawn.com. You still have plenty of time to get to the resort pool. It's open for this summer. You get access granted if you get a room, or if you're at the Astro Spa, which is also Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa. Oaklawn.com to book your reservations, also for dining options. And that's where you can get all the information for Oaklawn Hot Springs, Arkansas's only casino resort. Book your summer getaway at oaklawn.com.
We are back here at the Pine Bluff Country Club for their 4-ball event, which is always a good time. There's a country theme tonight. You see the handkerchiefs over there, Phil?
Yeah, there's two red. There's a North Carolina blue, and there's a darker blue, which I didn't want to call it Kentucky blue.
Yeah, that's probably a good move. But we are going to be doing some it's going to be a hoedown, I guess, tonight. So,
those are real bandanas then.
I don't do line dancing. I don't know anything about country, but there's a band called Mustache the Band, and they play 90s country covers.
You don't need to know anything about line dancing when you're line dancing. You just follow the person that's next to you. And then after you've tripped over your own feet about 18 times, you'll have a sense of what to do.
No, when the line dancing begins, that is my cue to leave. I'm a freelancer. I'm an ad-libber. I'm not good at doing organized dance.
You're the one that people come over to you and say, you really let yourself go. You know, you feel free out on that dance floor.
Yeah, it's just the vodka talking. Anyway, we are joined by Ricky Stewart, who is the pro here at Pine Bluff Country Club. How are you?
Doing well.
Ricky has the most unique spelling of his name. I'm sure he's been asked about it many times. Is that a family spelling?
Well, that's my uncle's last name.
Okay.
My mother's sister married a guy named Ed Ricky, and so they couldn't have any children. They have my brother, then they have me, and they named me Ricky Edward, and it's his last name. It's German.
Okay.
I'm not German, but it's German.
Yeah. What are you?
Do I do a Ricky Mokel here or something? Part of something, I weigh when I see you.
A little bit of everything?
Yeah, a little bit of everything.
I gotcha. And this is year what for you here?
Well, I've been here since about 2011. I was an assistant under Reggie Grant, and he got me in the program. I taught and coached for about 35 years. And the golf job came open, so I took it, and I just wanted to be able to teach my kids. I gave hitting and pitching lessons. I played college baseball and was into decathlon. I love track, and So I just wanted to be able to technically teach my kids how to play golf. I could play, but I wanted to be able to teach them how to play.
Yeah.
So Reggie Grant tells me, you need to get in the PGA program. And I said, what's that? And so he tells me, and I get in, and 5.5 years later, and about $13,000-$14,000, I got my PGA membership.
Where'd you go to do it?
Well, you go online to PGA.org is what I did. That's what he told me to do. And once you start and it's changed since I've done it, but you start the process and you go through level 1, level 2, level 3, and that's what I did. And I had to go to Port St. Lucie, Florida, three times. And,
poor guy.
Yeah, but it wasn't a fun trip. As a matter of fact, there was 120 of us there, and the first thing they told us when we got there was, if you're here because you think you're going to play golf all the time, you need to get a plane ticket and go back home.
Yeah.
And I thought, that can't be true. And it's true. I mean, if you're a pro, you don't get to play very much, and it's just one of those deals. And they also said, about 10-15% of these people, of you people, are going to finish this program. So when you finish, it's extensive. It's like getting a master's degree or something, but.
The thing you said here about not getting to play much when you're a golf pro, you said a lot of people are like when they get in, start working for a sports team, and I experienced this in baseball, not me, but a lot of other people, because I've always been paid to watch the game, which is fine.
Right.
But usually when you work in sports, you don't really get a chance to watch the game, right?
Right.
So as a golf pro, you would expect you get a chance to play, but you don't.
Not a lot. I mean, I can't play right now. I've had some injuries to I had a knee problem, and I had a shoulder surgery, and I'm 67 years old. I'm a fossil, and so I mean, I don't get to play a lot. My wife likes to play, and she just had shoulder surgery, so she can't play. So we're both kind of not playing, but. Hopefully, after this Thanksgiving, I'm going to have my knee replaced.
I've never met a pro that can't play pretty well, but how much is the ability to play required, or is that a big part of the deal in getting your becoming a pro, or is it just competence on how to help others get better?
No, that's a good question. You have to do the book work and do all the things you need to do and take tests. I had to go to Barrett Airfield and take tests online for 4.5 hours, and do that. But there's also a playability test. You have to go play, and there's a target score that you have to get. It's the only tournament you probably will ever play where you have a target score.
Mm-hmm.
You have to play 36 in a day and with a card. But like mine was 77. You had to shoot that twice or an average of that, to shoot, 154? Is that it?
Yeah.
So that was my target score, and they call it the PAT tour because people will try to go do it, and they fail and fail and fail, and they just keep going. You go to places like for $200 or $150 or whatever it is every time you play, and some people never pass it. It's just I don't know. They really want you to pass. I mean, they don't set it up so bad that you can't pass. But if you play bad that first 18 holes, the chances of you passing.
If you go out and shoot 86 in the first round, you're going to have a tough time getting there.
You're really going to have to have
go
a great
real low.
round to get there. So
that's pretty interesting to me. And I mean, obviously, I can never be a pro because I can't break 80. But
I will say this. So, Justin, I think back in the day I think they had to re-up every so many years, and I'll have to look at that and see. But they have to pass it go back and pass it again. I don't know what the years were, but
okay.
I think I'm correct on that.
Jeez, there's tougher restrictions with age on being a golf pro than keeping your driver's license.
Well. Once you get it now, you don't have to go back and take it anymore. So,
gotcha.
So
what was your best event in the decathlon?
I was a hurdler, long jumper. And my big brother was a shot putter, discus guy, so I threw it back to him all the time. So one thing I did with the shot put, like I said, I was technical. Randy White was a big shot putter from Arkansas Tech, and had the most unbelievable technique. I think he threw it like 65-10 or something, 16-pound ball,
That's crazy.
And so he was at AIC when I was at Harding. He was at an AIC meet. I was still in high school. My brother was going there to play baseball. And I went to that meet to watch him, and I saw his technique with a shot put. And so I went back and tried to start mimicking it. And I wasn't a very big guy, but I could throw the shot put further than all these big linemen, and it was just all technique. The way he got across the ring, the speed, but it was technique.
That's pretty wild.
I love technique, like hurdlers. I love teaching hurdlers, and I had a great track coach, John Rollins. He's not with us anymore, but he was a great track coach. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he knew all the events, knew how to teach them all.
Well, there's not much more technical than golf. I mean, so obviously you got to embrace that part of it too.
Yeah. So, and I love it. I love giving lessons, and I love teaching the game. And everybody kind of thinks that I'm a football coach, and I don't know how to do this other. But I gave Bill Jones a lesson yesterday.
Yeah.
And we had a really good lesson, and I just love doing it.
Yeah.
I love teaching.
Does he listen?
Oh yeah. Okay. He's great. Yeah.
He's used to bossing people around. I didn't know how good of a student he'd be.
He's a great student.
Okay, that's
sure
good.
Was.
Well, another one of the big sponsors of this event. And listen, it's a lot of work. I mean, I see your staff. I know you guys are here into the wee hours. Then you got to come right back around and get back after it. It's a pretty significant undertaking, and I applaud everybody here, and really everybody that puts one of these on. I mean, understands it. But it's we're just here goofing around, having a good time. But I certainly appreciate all the work that goes into it, and I thank you guys for letting us come back every year. It's a blast. But do you look forward to this, or is it a little bit daunting, and are you guys a little bit is it stressful?
Well, this year's a little different for me. I was an assistant doing this. I just took this job February the 20th, so I had to get my shop ready, and I built all of my fixtures in the shop myself, and I like to build things, and so getting merchandise in and having enough things in here for people to take, as far as gift certificates
for prizes,
prizes and things.
How many golfers play in this tournament?
There's about 100. There'd be 208.
Wow,
it's a lot of golfers.
That's a lot of people.
104 teams times 2 would be 208. That's a lot of folks. It really is.
For you to prepare for.
Yeah, I have a great staff. I have 2 PGA associates under me now, and they're really good. Carson Smith and Sawyer Hamilton. They're going to go through the program. They're going to be great professionals one day. And without them, you can't do this unless you have a lot of good people. Coach Edwards and Scott and some of those kids. I mean, you can't go out and find people like that just anywhere. They're here because they want to be here. Mm-hmm. They love this place and they want to be here. And so, have a good staff.
Yeah,
you could tell that with the moment I walked in through the doors and they were open for me. In the first 60 seconds I walked through, I got 6 good mornings.
That's nice. That's
people
more than you get
are
at the
nice.
Buzz.
Yes,
you're lucky to get one at the Buzz.
That's right.
Usually it's
and that one guy's in the Bahamas right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, listen, I appreciate you having us, and we're looking forward to being here the next couple of days. Should be a lot of fun.
We want you back, and I appreciate you letting me just get on there and say a few words. We love this place.
No doubt, absolutely. I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you, Joseph.
Yep, 10:42. We're going to take a break here. Is Ricky Stewart, the pro here. We're going to have the GM on a little bit later. Neil Day will join us. He left and came back. He used to be the pro here, and then came back now as the GM. So pretty cool stuff. 10:42. We're going to head in, and I want to tell you about our friends over at Gwatney Chevrolet. And today's the day, folks. Today is the last day of this month, right? 30 days since September. 31. Oh, by the way, Kerry Maddox said hello. My other favorite pro. But back to Gwatney. Today's the last day of the month. So we've been talking about the Silverado deal, and you have until the end of the day today to get that $250 gift card on the purchase of a new Silverado. They've been celebrating America's 250th all month long. Boy, July 4th seems like a year ago, doesn't it? I mean, my goodness. Anyway, there's been a lot going on in July, so I guess it seems like a long month for me. 90 days, no payments on eligible models. 0% financing for 60 months on eligible new Silverados. And again, no interest until 2031 with that deal. It's just really amazing. Think about it. And if you're like, well, it's a pretty big purchase. Well, it is, but it's also quite affordable when you think about getting a brand new Silverado Crew Cab 4-wheel drive LT with 4-wheel drive. $43,997 is where they start. I mean, it's really a great truck for a great price with incredible financing. And again, you can take 90 days off of payments if you buy this thing now. And also that $250 gift card deal only goes through the end of the day today. They've got great deals on Equinox, especially from a leasing standpoint, $289 a month on Equinox leases right now. For qualified buyers, too, they've got some other great deals as far as financing goes. So whatever you're looking for, you're going to find it under one roof or on one lot. Probably is a better way to say it. It's at Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Get off of the James Street exit. Go see our friends over there. And all of their vehicles are listed online at GwatneyChevrolet.com. It is 10:44 now. We're back in a sec.
Looking for a
lunch spot that's fast, fun, and won't wreck your wallet? Head to Brewski's Pub and Grub with locations in downtown Little Rock and North Little Rock. The Brewski's Babes are serving up ice-cold drinks, smash burgers, loaded fries, wings, wraps, and more. Fast enough for your lunch break and priced right every day of the week. Escape the office and grab lunch with friends. Brewski's, the spot for good vibes, great food, and quick service. Brewski's Downtown and Brewski's North Little Rock open daily at 11. Brewski's, your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night.
It's Justin Acri for Coffin by Design West. Shop with the local folks and get exactly what you want. You can also shop from the convenience of your own home by going to KaufmanLumber.com. There's an online store with over 800,000 items in inventory that can be delivered straight to your front door. Items in inventory include everything from hardware to housewares, heating and cooling supplies, lawn and garden tools, sporting goods, store and office supplies, and there's a huge range of products in each area available. So go by their store in West Little Rock at 14900 Cantrell Road or do your shopping online at KaufmanLumber.com.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Looking for a better deal on your next vehicle? Make the smart drive to Smart Auto Group. Since 1906, Smart Auto Group has been helping drivers find the right vehicle at the right price. Arkansas's oldest auto groups. Shop a huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and Honda vehicles, all backed by the hometown service you can trust. You'll find great selection and great value at Smart Auto Group. Make the smart drive today and start saving at smartdrive.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Friday on Out of Bounds, we will be live in Hot Springs for the Spa City Classic, biggest pickleball tournament indoors in the state. Come on out and see us. Also, we'll be checking in with Trey Schapp. He's in the Bahamas for the Razorbacks basketball games. Also, Steve Sullivan, Neil Atkinson, and Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com. All that and much more coming up Friday on Out of Bounds.
Welcome back to The Zone, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
I'd listen to that on the radio.
On 103.7 The Buzz. The Hogs are in paradise, and The Buzz is there too. We're going live to Baha Mar Resort in Nassau and talk Razorback basketball. This special report is brought to you by Bet Saracen, the only local sports betting app in Arkansas. By UAMS Health, the official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for the Arkansas Razorbacks. By Gen Wealth Financial Advisors, helping you discover, protect, and share true financial independence. And by the University of Arkansas System, for every Arkansan, for every future. One system, one state. Embedded with the Hogs and soaking up the sun in the Bahamas. Here is Trey Schapp.
It's 10:40 into The Buzz at the Pine Bluff 4-ball and headed to the Jim's Razorback Pizza hotline where you can hear the Calypso music in the background, and maybe there's a guy with a boat drink on the hotline right now. Trey Schapp joining us from Nassau, Bahamas. No boat drinks yet, Trey. I guess it's a little early potentially. How you doing?
I mean, it's almost noon. It's 11:48, so I'm doing good. How about you, Phil?
I'm great. Justin was here for the 4-ball, so I came down and joined him. And lunch is coming up pretty soon. Excited about this Baha Mar Summer League. I heard from some of the players yesterday after practice. I know that there were a lot of fans that went to the practice too, so we're all pretty excited to get our first look at this team, what they look like, at least 12 players.
Yeah, we're not going to have Mika, unfortunately. And I found out earlier today that Coach Cal is basically just going to sit and observe today. He's going to let Kenny Payne, the top assistant coach, do the coaching today instead of himself. He's going to sit back and just watch and observe. Now, he's going to be with the team in the locker room pregame, halftime, postgame. So it'll be interesting to see what they do against this Bahamas national team today. Game tips off at 6 o'clock Central Time, so 7 o'clock here in Nassau. And then tomorrow they play Charlton University out of Canada. That game tips at 5. Monday they play Toros de Valle, a team out of Colombia. That game tips at 5. And then Tuesday, University of Calgary at 11 o'clock. And I think you guys are going to be somewhere where you're going to be able to watch that game on Tuesday.
Yeah, we are. We're going to be kicking it over at Flyway in Breckenridge, so we're looking forward to. Yeah, just we don't have Flow TV at the station, and we probably could have arranged for it, but I'm like, let's just get out somewhere. Who's going to be showing it? We'll have a little gathering. So, it's funny, Trey. We've been talking a lot about the size, and I kind of spaced the fact that we've got these super exciting guards coming in. Between transfers and obviously JJ, who we watched grow up at Little Rock Christian. So, I mean, the guard play, I think, will be really intriguing too, and those guys ought to be able to just wreak havoc on the competition they're going to face down there.
Well, you would think so. You would think that they're going to be so much faster, and I think they're shooting the ball really well. At least that's what Cal has said, that they've shot the ball well in the practices leading up. But you talk about the size. This is the first time in Cal's 18 years as an SEC head coach that he has a team that has featured 6 players 6'11" or taller. So he said he wanted to beef up the size. I think he has done that.
I would say that's a safe bet for sure. So. Trey Schapp again joining us from the Bahamas. We'll thank our sponsors again here in a little bit. So what is the schedule today for you guys? Is there anything organized before the tip-off tonight?
No, there really isn't, Justin. It's I know they had their shoot-around earlier this morning. That was not open to the media, but today it's just tip-off at 7 o'clock local time. And so get in the arena early. I'll actually, when I call into Drive Time Sports, we'll actually call in from the convention center where the games are going to be played. And hopefully we'll know the roster of the Bahamas team by then. We have not seen that yet, so we don't even know who all they have on their team. And that's what happens with some of these exhibition games and some of these foreign trips. I remember when Little Rock took a trip, Little Rock women a couple years ago to Costa Rica. It was kind of like you didn't know who you were going to play, who was going to show up. In one game we played on, I think the first day we were there. Well, then the second game had some players from that first game that we played against, but it was a totally different team. And I was like, wait a second. We just saw them yesterday on Team A, and now they're on Team B here. So you won't get that here in the Bahamas, but we got that in Costa Rica.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get, these games are – listen, it's more about working on yourself and getting to face somebody in a different uniform. You know how that goes. I mean, I did one of these trips with UCA one time. They let me tag along to Italy, which was an incredible trip in general. But,
I remember you going on that,
I mean, they played a bunch of teams that looked like – there were a couple teams that looked like high school kids, and then there were a bunch of teams with like 35-year-olds from the rec center. But, I mean, they were pretty talented and skilled. But it was blowout city, baby, 4 times over. So, but, yeah, listen, it's a good opportunity, especially with this many new faces. It's certainly a good thing to do. Now, my understanding is, and I'm going to be crazy, did they change the rule in this where you can do it more frequently?
You can do this every year.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you can do it
once every 4 years.
And I don't know why they wouldn't, especially when you're rebuilding rosters every season now.
Mm-hmm.
So
and an influx of money to pay for this.
Money in it.
Yeah, right. I mean, do you want to pay for your roster NIL? And I mean, if you get all that taken care of and you can still take this trip, why not do it?
Right. Yeah, I just think it's a good opportunity to get. Again, the competition level is probably better at home when you're playing each other, but it's just a different kind of experience for sure. So.
And this is
what is
real quick.
Yep.
I was going to say, I know we got a little bit of a delay there. This recruiting class that Cal has signed and brought in that we're going to get to see today, it's the first time Arkansas has produced the #1 recruiting class in the nation. So there's a lot of hype around these guys. Let's see if they can live up to it.
We were talking about Murinen, or they have it pronounced here Morinen on the pronunciation sheet. Morinen.
Yeah.
Mika.
We'll go by that then.
What Phil and I were talking about this before the show started today. Do you guys know, I mean, what the deal is as far as when they might get around to getting him.
I don't think that
official?
the university knows when they're going to get around.
I don't
to
think
this.
they
I don't
do.
think anybody does. I think this is a
I don't
matter
think they
of I think they're working on fall sports first.
Yeah,
and then there's a backlog of European players coming into college basketball that probably have to be. This all has to be vetted, and some of it based upon the contract you signed, with whatever league it might be in Europe or wherever. So it obviously a case-by-case basis. So I don't think there's any guarantee that he starts the season eligible. They can't say that.
They can't say that definitively, but they feel pretty good that he will be cleared by then. But they also say that Phil and Justin, that they could get a call tomorrow and it'd be like, okay, he's cleared. Well, then he can play.
Yeah, well, that's not happening.
But I guess he can practice, right?
Yes,
he
can do everything but suit up for a game.
He can't play even in these.
No.
Okay, that's really unfair. It's funny in this day and age when anything goes. This is a hang-up.
Yeah, I did have a question about the rules. So they're playing NCAA rules. They're not playing the FIBA rules. It's going to be an NCAA basketball. So those are the rules for down here. It's not going to be the like what you would see in a foreign tour going and playing international. Yeah. Not international rules, if you will, the FIBA.
Yeah. Well, and the free throw situation is different, of course, in international, too. So, yeah, it's good that they're playing NCAA. What's the venue like, Trey? We really haven't talked about that much. What's it like in there?
Yeah. I have not been in yet, but everything that I have seen, it's a low ceiling. And now I've watched some of the games that ESPN has done before over Thanksgiving from some of these tournaments that they hold. And a lot of them have talked about how low the ceiling is. Like if you're going to try and let's say the clock's running down, you want to throw a half-court heave that you might hit the top of the ceiling. There's no scoreboard over the court. So I'm interested to get inside and get a look at it later today and see what it's like. But I think it's going to be an intimate environment. I know there are a lot of Razorback fans that have made the trip. Coach Cal talked about that yesterday, that he opened up practice yesterday to let those fans come in. And I did see on social media that some of them even were able to get pictures with the players and stuff. They had chairs set up. The team kind of sat around, and I guess they kind of moved the fans through in a line and photo op time after practice. So I think it's going to be a nice, intimate environment. Not quite like what you see with Maui in the Lahaina Civic Center, but maybe more of like, I take it back to Phil and Justin when Little Rock, the Trojans, used to play downtown at the convention center.
Oh, yeah.
When they had their games down there back in the Mike Newell days in the 80s, I think it's going to be more of a setup like that.
Not like the Trojan Fieldhouse?
No, not the Trojan Fieldhouse.
Okay.
The men played some of their games in the convention center before they went to Barton Coliseum.
Which means that it's not a basketball arena or anything. It's
Correct.
just it's like we played in this place in Cherokee, North Carolina with women's basketball a couple of years ago, 3 years ago, and it was the same idea. It's this, but it was a big theater. You were playing in a theater.
Right. Yeah.
It was meant for concerts or musicals. It's very weird.
Speaking of music, I hear it in the background. That means our top of the hour is upon us. Trey, parting shot, anything else?
No, just looking forward to seeing this team. I mean, I think they're going to win, obviously, but by how much is yet to be determined. I mean, Louisville came in here, played one game against Bahamas national team and beat them pretty good a couple days ago.
All right, set the over-under on dunks.
I'm going to say 15.
Yeah, I was going to say 12. Okay, 15's good. All right, will you track that for us? I want the dunk count for Monday when we get you back on. All right, brother. Enjoy the weekend, man. Thanks.
For the
Trey,
tournament or
you,
just
man.
this game? Because there's a game tomorrow.
Just for this game.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to keep a dunk count for each game.
All right, cool.
All right, cool. Thanks, man. All right, it's Trey Schapp doing a great job for us down in the Bahamas. I know, tough gig, but listen, he's working some, you know. We're back in a sec.
Hi, folks. Jeff Peters here, Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Morrilton. July is all about freedom. Here at Hagen's, we know you have the freedom to choose where you buy a vehicle, and we want your business. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come let us prove it to you. No gimmicks, no hassles, and no BS. As far as pricing, well, we haven't been in business for over 50 years because our prices are too high. But don't take my word for it. Stop by and let us prove it to you. Come see us at Hagen's Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Morrilton today, or check us out online at HagensMotors.com. Welcome to the family.
Hello, this is Justin Acri. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walking care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Tuesday, come out to Flyway Brewing in Breckenridge Village with Justin and Phil in the Zone. Get a look at the Razorback basketball team playing in the Baja Mar Summer League in Nassau, Bahamas, Tuesday at Flyway Brewing with the Zone.
1037thebuzz.com. Get your iPhone or Droid app today and take us with you everywhere the wind blows. KABZ Little Rock.
Arkansas is one of the top states with the biggest back-to-school shopping burdens. A Lending Tree survey shows that parents will spend an average of $800 this year on backpacks, supplies, and clothing. That's about 15% of the average monthly income. Experts say the best way to curb some of those costs are to set a realistic budget, avoid high-interest credit card balances, and plan ahead for other reoccurring expenses like field trips and school projects. And a good way to save is this weekend. State and local sales tax will not be collected. It starts at 12:01 a.m. this Saturday and goes until 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. Tax-free weekend includes clothing, accessories, school supplies, electronic devices, and more. State Department of Finance and Administration website has more details. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Kara Kay's Jessica Rockwell.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please, turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Heat and humidity remain in the forecast today with highs in the upper 90s and feels like temperatures around 105 plus. About a 10% chance for a pop-up shower today, but we'll keep a better chance of rain in the forecast. Late tonight in the overnight hours as a cold front moves through. That'll give us temperatures in the lower 90s for this upcoming weekend. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Shipments of spring and summer fashions are arriving at Bell & Sword. That means swimwear from Saks, Peter Millar golf wear and shirts, Johnny O's store within a store. Be sure to check out the Faraday line and Martin Dingman shoes and leather goods. So hurry in for a great value on quality men's clothing at Bell & Sword for your spring and summer items, and you'll look fantastic. Bell & Sword, 1011 Oak Street in downtown Conway on Facebook and Instagram.
We got the big deals at the Big Rock. The Big Rock.
I've been a little surprised by how far people will come just to visit us.
People will travel just to get the best deal.
We've got 15,000 off Ram HDs this month. Ram half-tons start at just $35,900, or you can get 0% financing.
And don't forget Wranglers. They have 0% financing and start at $35,000. Take the short, beautiful drive to Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram in Benton.
Or visit us online at chriscranecars.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. In 1903, the Wright brothers invented airplanes because in 1902, they took a road trip across the country with their family, says Bill Engvall. Road trips are as much a part of America as Stuckey's and Buc-ee's. So load up the car, stop by Double B's, which we have in Arkansas, and get out that Rand McNally Atlas. Or, if you're not a Luddite, get that GPS ready to be your guide and putteth the hammer down. As the Turkish proverb teaches, no road is long with good company. You need some petrol? Double B's. You need a snack? Double B's. You need a drink? Double B's. You need a pit stop? Double B's. You need dozens of other things? Double B's. Because
Double B's is where you gas it, grab it, and go. That's Double B's.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
It's the Hustler Summer Sizzler happening now at Cabot Outdoors. Save big this summer with up to $2,000 off select Hustler zero-turn mowers. Grab the X-Ride 60-inch and save $2,000. Enjoy 0% financing for 42 months with approved credit. Payments as low as $330 a month. And don't miss Hustler Raptor deals. Get $250 off or score a free DeWalt tool. Sale ends July 31st. Cabot Outdoors, your source for Hustler and DeWalt equipment. Get mowing today. Online at CabotOutdoors.com. Join the zone each Monday for game balls and jock straps. Brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. Find out who made the best, average, and worst headlines in sports and entertainment each Monday as Justin and Phil give you their game balls and jock straps on the zone from 10 till 1. It's all brought to you by a Caddy's Touch Landscaping. 501-794-2770. Call today to get your landscape updated to a whole new level. And be listening for game balls and jock straps only on 103.7 The Buzz.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, get any size mattress for one low price starting at $249.99. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
Meet Lee Platz, a renter whose possessions fill not only her apartment, but also the darkest corners of a mini storage unit. A land of both truth and fiction. Truth, everything inside is protected by Progressive. Fiction, one day Lee will fit into her clothes from senior year of high school. Renters, discover coverage for what you love and what you can't get rid of in Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
What if someone did play-by-play of your life? Example, what would it sound like if you visited, say, Genesis of Conway? There's the arrival. Look at the reaction on that face at seeing a dealership that is so luxurious. And going for a test drive now of a GV80, and the smile is huge. And here it comes, the big play, $8,000 off the price of that very same GV80. Let's hear it again in slow motion. $8,000 off. Winner, Genesis of Conway. The future of luxury today.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network. The Zone is live from Pine Bluff Country Club for the Pine Bluff Four Ball. Experience the finest in golf, dining, and hospitality in the heart of Pine Bluff. Now, back to four of the best balls in town, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on 103.7 The Buzz.
Wow. I missed that the first time around. Moose, you are a psycho.
I don't know what
you're talking about.
about.
Also had an assumption there. How'd you know the number was 4?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because Lance Armstrong's not. You can't say that. Anyway,
you never know about guys.
I know.
Man.
I don't even want to get into it. That's not a cool thing to do. Anyway, we are here. Moose is there, and we are having some fun. Tom Murphy will be joining us momentarily. Red White Report first. Bottom of this hour, talking a little UAPB basketball, but also talking about a event that they're putting on tomorrow. And so we're going to have the two basketball coaches from the Golden Lions come over and kick it with us today. So we will look forward to that. All right, we don't want to keep Tom waiting, so let's dive in on the Red White Report, shall we?
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Well, I know we're all excited to get our eyes on Arkansas men's basketball for the first time. It'll happen tonight against the Bahamas national team after a practice at the Baha Mar Convention Center ballroom yesterday with fans invited to watch inside. There were 3 players that were made available to media members that were in on it. J.J. Andrews Cooper Bowser and Abdou Toure. Let's listen to J.J. Andrews about the bond that his freshman teammates already have coming in together.
A lot of us, we kind of grew up with each other, like on the AAU circuits and going to camps and stuff. I play AAU with Mika. I've been on camp teams with Jordan and Abdou. And me and Jordan, we play on the same circuit, so we all kind of really knew each other before we even got up here, and the bond was already there.
JJ, of course, one of 8 freshmen that's expected to see playing time, and he may see the most, second to Jordan Smith Jr. potentially amongst that freshman class. Cooper Bowser, also the transfer out of Furman, the oldest player on the team at the age of 21, spoke on adjusting to playing at Arkansas.
I've been adjusting well. You know, a lot of the times the coaches told me to be more aggressive. You know, coming from Furman, we play like in a system, so I'm not used to being very aggressive. I'm used to just coming down, catching lobs and coming downhill. But it's been a great adjustment. The coach has been great, and the team's amazing, so it's been great.
Also heard from Abdou Toure on what he's had to learn so far about playing in college, which he's only done for about a month or so.
I would just say playing hard. You know, coach is way different from where I came in Connecticut. I mean, obviously my high school coach told me to play hard, but it's like a different playing hard over here in college basketball. Look at this guy right here, up there. But yeah, it's just way different. Coach been emphasizing on me shooting my threes the same way I shoot my mid-range shots and just playing hard at all times.
You, of course, can get your eyes on these 3 players and the rest of Arkansas basketball on Flow Sports. 6 o'clock tip-off, 12 available players on the trip. Mika Murinen is not going to play due to a delay in eligibility for the Finland native. No timetable has been given for a decision by the NCAA either. And until he is cleared, Mika may take part in team activities and practices but cannot play in any sort of competition. Also, Robert Morris and Oral Roberts were added to the home schedule. We saw that in the Democrat Gazette this morning. The Robert Morris Colonials on November the 10th and the older Oral Roberts Golden Hurricane on December the 5th. 4 non-conference home games so far at Bud Walton, along with Central Michigan and Texas Rio Grande Valley in December. Arkansas baseball yesterday received a commitment from former Fairleigh Dickinson infielder Johnny Gomez. He is a sophomore from Coral Springs, Florida, batted .376 with a .500 on base, 10 home runs, 51 RBIs, and led the Northeast League with 78 runs scored. He had transferred after the season to Stetson, but then the Hatters head coach Steve Trimper resigned 2 weeks ago, and those players were allowed back into the portal. Gomez's addition makes the Razorback roster 42 heading into the school year.
Do you know what position he's?
Second, short, and third. He's an infielder.
Well, I know, but I'm saying what's his strong suit? Because we had a guy playing out of position last year. If we're going to have a guy at shortstop, excuse me, I'd like it to be a shortstop.
I think it's any of those 3 positions specifically. I think that they like a player like this because of the versatility that he's shown in those 2 years.
Well, he's hitting the crap out of it, that's for sure.
Well, and you see if those numbers will translate out of the Northeast League. Sometimes I look at the Northeast League numbers a little bit cross-eyed, but sometimes if you can hit, you can hit.
Let's get Tom in here, and then I know you got a couple other notes that we can pick up in a second, but don't want to keep Tom waiting. He's on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, standing by. Did not expect baseball news yesterday, Tom, but here we are. What's going on?
Hey, guys, always a pleasure. Y'all dropped some news on me. I did not realize Steve Trimper had resigned. You know, they played 4 games up here last year, and I think Arkansas won the first 2, and you're thinking, sweet sweep, and then suddenly Stetson wins 2 in a row. So that was one of those eye-openers fairly early in the season. But Trimper was a super nice guy. You know, I just remember thinking, wow, you know, kind of a verbose dude, but I did not realize that he had withdrawn. But all to the Razorbacks good because, like you just said, Justin, a 370 hitter, I mean, yeah, I might look at it a little cross-eyed too, but that's a nice average and certainly some home runs as well.
Now, Gomez didn't play in those games because he was at Fairleigh Dickinson then, but yeah, those 2 losses to Stetson are pretty much the reason that Arkansas went on the road for the regional.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
that's neither here nor there because this guy was playing somewhere else.
Yeah. Tom, let's talk about basketball a little bit. We've been, I was telling Trey, I was like, it's funny because I said, we've been so focused on all the size on this team. I'm like, we kind of forgot to really get into the fact that we're really excited about the guard court and the incoming guys. We've been obviously waiting for JJ and then obviously some transfers and different guys to get on the court. But then as we were talking, the conversation then went right back to the big guys. I mean, it is going to be something to behold with all this size running around for Arkansas.
Yeah, and the really cool thing about Arkansas basketball right now is there's so many new names and faces outside Billy Richmond that you're like, okay, this is new and fresh, but we also believe it's going to work out. Like, there's going to be some excitement to some of the guard play. And is Jordan Smith going to be a good enough ball handler? And what will they do at the point? Will Richmond play the point some? And what will Abdou Toure, how will he fit in? You know? And then I agree there's a bunch of hype, but are they going to be guys who post up, or are they guys going to be... I just want to see what Cooper Bowser's game looks like, because if you watch that whole clip, he's talking about how he used to just kind of goes in and get lob passes and stuff. Well, now Arkansas is asking him to be more aggressive. So I just think it's going to be really cool to see the pieces start fitting into place, and we start drawing our conclusions about what direction this team's going to go. Because that's what was fascinating about talking to John Calipari on Monday, was that he goes, we're going to see what our strengths are. We've just worked on a bunch of stuff in practice. We don't know if we're going to end up scrapping it, because we want to see what the strengths of this team are. And that's the great thing. He can be adaptable to whether or not they're a great perimeter shooting team, or whether or not, you know, if their defense leads to offense, the things that will allow them to do. So I just think, I'm not sure I'm going to subscribe to Flow Sports to watch it, but I hope it's on the radio. Is it on the radio, Phil?
Nah, unfortunately not. Zim's out there for Flow Sports. And the thing that stands out about this, too, is that these are 4 games in rapid fire. Like, you don't usually do this. An exhibition is followed by an exhibition a week later. Like, when they, in October, whenever the other 2 exhibitions are announced, they won't be the next day. Or, you know, there's one day of rest, I guess, in December or on Sunday. But it's not like, I mean, some of these kids are used to playing 2 games a day right now, even
or more. Yeah, these AAU schedules are insane.
It's not that, but it's a matter of now that you actually get a chance to maybe mesh a little bit over the course of 5 days. Now, whether that means much going into the SEC season, I don't know, but you know, I think that's what they've got to be the most fired up about, is that they get to play 4 games against other competition as a team in 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing, and the bonding, I'm sure, will be big. And what we see necessarily in the Bahamas might not be what they look like when conference play starts, but it's a good starting point. And I noticed that Cal said today on radio, I believe, that Kenny Payne is going to coach the team, but also this Bahamas national team is going to be different than the one, or stronger than the one that played Louisville, which was a 50-point decision, 49-point decision yesterday or the day before, whenever they played. But he thinks this is going to be a stronger Bahamas team. Our guy Anthony Christensen, who's there, thinks they're going to win all these games going away. But I think of all of them, this one looks like maybe the most competitive. I'm not sure.
Okay. Talking to Tom Murphy again on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline about all things Razorbacks. And you know, I asked Phil earlier, Tom, I'd get your opinion on, you know, again, somebody's got to pay for this trip, although it would seem like it's probably a pittance comparatively to some of the other stuff that they do in the big budget scheme. But with teams being rebuilt every year, do you think that it would make sense, now that it's allowed, to do these types of trips every season? I mean, because, you know, again, I don't know if you can create some kind of revenue stream with, you know, fans who want to go or want to be a part of it, or give them some access or
whatever. They've got to get something from Flow Sports for having access to the games.
You would think.
I don't get some sort of revenue stream.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you think that's something that might be a norm for them going forward?
Well, knowing John Calipari, yes, and his roster is going to change year to year. You know, last year I think was a minor exception. They had a bunch of carryover, but I do believe it's going to change year enough to say we would like to do this. It's maybe not 4 out of 4 years, maybe 2 or 3 out of 4 years, and also it's another way, another recruiting enticement that, hey, we're going to do this. We're going to go to the Bahamas. We're going to go to Canada or wherever the different places they can play, and you guys are going to get all this exposure. I don't know how the finances work, whether or not the hotels down there cut them a big rate or just what the finances look like. And surely Flow Sports does have to pay something for the access to the broadcast. So, yes, it's a sport that spends a lot of money in recruiting, a lot of money on their hotel and travel, because they do travel in good, you know, fine hotels and such, but they're bringing in revenue as well. And he pointed out that these neutral site games you can make $500,000 to put in your NIL budget versus spending that much money if you're going to play a road game or something.
Yeah, there you go. Tom Murphy joining us on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline from the Arkansas Democrat Gazette. All right, let's shift over to football because, Monday comes, and we hear from Ryan Silverfield, and they're going to start getting after it on Wednesday of next week. So it is upon us. So I guess thoughts, feelings, storylines, let's get into all that, Tom, as we get ready to start camp.
Well, I mean, point one is to start building a team culture that when they get into the meat of their schedule, in which they're not going to be favored very often at all against Power 4 teams, how does the team stay together? Totally different unit than last year. Could you argue that they stayed together? I mean, after the halfway point when Sam Pittman gets fired, they played very competitive at Tennessee. They played very competitive at home against A&M. Maybe right down at the end, the Texas game and Missouri game, they didn't stay together as well. But how will this team be when the chips are down? Do they keep fighting and they keep battling? Can they establish an identity? Can they run the ball? There's so many questions. You know, if you're Silverfield, you're building basically from point A. You got to build the culture, you got to build the belief, and you got to somehow get tough in the trenches. And so there's a lot on the table for this team to be ready to have a really strong performance in week 2. The quarterback situation needs to be resolved. There were some dinged-up guys, particularly on defense, like Phoenix Jackson at linebacker, Braden Lee at corner. Can those guys make it into the 2 deep? I think they can, but it's all important things, and they have to do it in a rush because the first 9 practices where they're going to really implement game plan stuff because school starts earlier this year. So it's really kind of a crazy year for him to be getting his debut at Arkansas.
No doubt about that. Yeah, I'm curious to see, I don't know if I guess they didn't really announce anything, but I mean, I'm curious how many, positions they feel are kind of locked in already and how much will be true competition in camp to settle out.
Well, how soon does it take to name KJ the starter?
Again, from all indications, they're not in any rush to name the starting quarterback. I'm just curious about the rest of the positions. I mean, I think you got our feelings, Tom, about like across the front line on the offense, who's going to be up there. But, I mean, have you got any indication on that or feeling on, I guess, who's going to run with the ones or any of that so far?
Well, I would just think that the carryover from what we saw at the end of spring would be where your starting point, unless somebody made a drastic move throughout summer. And so it's the same 5, I would think, on the offensive front that would get the nod to at least run out with the ones. And then, there's some spots. I think the receiving core, when you look at C.J. Brown, Chris Marshall, they've probably got spots. And then maybe the third spot, like a Jamari Hawkins or someone else, could be up for grabs. But there's some guys who kind of established themselves in spring. On the other side of the ball, Joker Johnson, he was with the ones essentially all spring at one cornerback spot. Bradley Shaw, I mean, we already know he's the green dot on defense, so you think he'd have a starting spot. And Smith, the other linebacker, Quavian, I think he didn't have a good spring game, but he did establish himself. So I think he would naturally, be a guy who could be with the ones, but with Wyatt Simmons or with Phoenix Jackson or somebody push to get a spot there. Quincy obviously up front. And then there's some defensive spots. Did our big boy Danny Beal do enough to possibly merit being in the rotation, possibly being in the one? I'm not sure. But I do believe they're at a decent starting spot. And the one place I will draw some encouragement from is I do believe that the defensive front has a chance to be deeper than it was last year. And that's a pretty nice place to start. They got a long way to go, but it's just my observations.
At this point, you can't say what they're going to be good at, what they're going to be bad at. You really can't. I mean, it's all a bunch of guessing. And this is the point I tried to make yesterday, too. And I wonder where your perspective comes in on this, Tom. And I think as a journalist, you naturally will be skeptical, but you also know when you go into a season sometimes, you have a real feeling about how a team is going to perform. What is the perspective you come from right now? Is it optimism? Is it skepticism? Is it hopefulness? Is it positivity, negativity? Give me a word.
Well, I mean, we're trained to try to be objective, and I think we kind of approach things from a cynical perspective in that Arkansas football hasn't been really good for a long enough time that you don't expect a year one leap. Oh, suddenly they can be competitive. They can be in the mix. So it's not my place to say, oh, I'm optimistic about what they're going to be like. I told you I'm fairly optimistic about depth on the defensive front. I'm concerned some about positions on the offensive line. I think what they'd like to be able to do is have a really good running game they can lean on. And if it's 3rd and 3, they feel like they can run it and have a solid chance to get it. That's going to take a lot of work. And Sutton Smith and Braylon Russell, I think, have a chance to go in as 1A and 1B. And certainly Braylon has put himself in position to get more reps than he did the last couple of years when Quinn and Jackson and then Mike Washington basically earned the number one spot. So I think trying to hang their hats on being a good running team, a team that he understands what the elements are going to have to be. Don't turn the ball over. Stay on the field on offense. So get in 3rd and shorts. Be able to run the ball some. And just be a sound team and not have as many penalties as last year's team. Can they go out there and put that into effect? I'm not sure. So I approach it from a stance of somewhat skepticism that they can make this huge leap. But I have heard good things about the way Ryan Silverfield composes a team, how he puts them through a grind, but they end up getting closer, and they end up appreciating the work he makes them do. Whether that can translate to having success against Utah in week 2 or Georgia at home in week 3, that remains to be seen. So I say a lot to say I'm just not really sure. I don't have a great feel for whether this team's going to be really competitive or not.
Well, and also another thing journalists have to do is get to the bottom of the story and, get answers about things. And, at Big Ten Media Days yesterday, Dante Moore was exposed as an in-huddle farter. So at some point, Tom, you're going to have to get the story out of the Arkansas offense, too.
Oh, I had not heard that, Phil, but you gave me a laugh right there. No. And Kurt Cignetti yesterday basically calling out the SEC for, whining, complaining about why they haven't won championships is one of the bigger things to come out of yesterday. I mean, he could say that. His team went 16-0. Yep. I still would argue that a 9-game SEC schedule is different than a 9-game Big Ten schedule. It's just different because the 7th, 8th, and 9th teams you're playing are still going to be pretty damn tough in the SEC, and you might wind up with some teams in the Big Ten that aren't as difficult, or if you face them on the road, you have a much better chance. That's my stance.
Yeah, that's fair. Thing here from the 870. I really don't. This is on our text line, brought to you by Middleton Eaton Air. I really don't believe media still don't get the transfer portal can make quick results. Being able to tackle will make a huge leap. With a short passing attack, will help running the ball. So this person has thoughts. Again, I've seen a lot of misses in the portal, and hopefully Arkansas gets some hits in there. I mean, again, I think we're all – I don't even want to call myself cautiously optimistic. I'm hopeful.
So many teams are affected by the transfer portal, and some more than others. It's different than NFL free agency, which to me usually feels like you can't build through free agency. Everybody at this level builds through the portal now.
Right.
Everybody. So, you can. I mean, Indiana did that pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, look, he makes a point. You can rebuild quickly through the portal, but that means you got to hit on a lot of guys. They missed on a bunch of guys last year. But let's just say Jaquavian Smith is a impact linebacker. Joker Johnson is a corner who can really slow down one side of the field. All these safeties they brought in, that they're impact guys. That could make a huge difference. Bryant Williams really steps in at right tackle and gives them some strength there. But there's a lot of questions. Like Chris Marshall, he had 3 drops in the spring game, but it's not for that. Can he not do that in the regular season and be a real impact receiver? So to me, yeah, you can build quickly, but there's so many spots Arkansas has to be good at, and if you have some half fires or misfires on some of those, then you can't put it all together.
And it even works through the returners, too. You know, I don't know if this is the case or not, but it just feels there's so many ifs at wide receiver, and it's the same. And I'm big fans of these two kids, but they have yet to pop at Arkansas, Courtney Crutchfield and C.J. Brown. They're just as much of an if as Chris Marshall.
Yeah, you know, I will say this for C.J. He had a much better year last year, and I just feel like from his attitude, from a team leading or, you know, position leading type standpoint, he sounds like a stronger voice. I expect him to be a solid guy. I mean, you got guys like Faupel and Jamari Hawkins and Marshall that have to go out there and prove it. And so, you know, we'll see what they get. Will they have breakaway speed on the edge? I'm not sure. But I do believe they're going to have a short passing game, and if they can get decent blocking, maybe the short passing game can open up stuff in the run game. That's what's so fascinating to me about football. The belief that you have to have, the toughness you have to have in the trenches, the scheming, the in-game adjustments, all of that kind of works together, and having a locker room that believes in each other. And the stronger you can be at all those elements, the better chance you have to win games.
I believe in you, Tom. I appreciate you. Enjoy your last weekend before the storm hits, and we will talk to you next Friday. Get first week of camp thoughts. So enjoy it, my friend. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, maybe we'll have – sounds good. Maybe we'll have some good thoughts when Friday rolls around, start getting some answers to these questions. Y'all have a great weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. That's Tom Murphy from the Democrat Gazette. We're going to take a break. 11:29. Coach Bozeman is here. Special event for UAPB basketball, men and women, coming together for a big deal tomorrow. Don't have deets, but he does, and he's going to tell us about it on the other side.
Yeah, I can also tell you about Johnston's Home Center, the place to save for furniture, appliances, mattresses, outdoor equipment. They've been treating it like family at Johnston's Home Center in Benton since 1979, carrying a wide variety of sewing machines, appliances, lawn and garden equipment. And you want to buy brands you trust from the people you trust at Johnston's Home Center in Benton. GE, produced in America. They've got deep freezes for you at Johnston's Home Center. Whirlpool, getting stains out of your favorite shirts, baking cookies, and everything in between. Cafe appliances, KitchenAid, of course, Speed Queen, and a full array of steel products at Johnston's Home Center. Been doing it since 1979, treating it like family. Basically, if they don't have it at Johnston's Home Center, you probably don't need it. Johnston'sHomeCenter.com to get a look at their entire inventory. And stay with the Zone. We'll be back at the Pine Bluff 4-ball right after this.
Chris Kane joins Morning Mayhem each Monday to mix it up with the guys. Chris Kane on Morning Mayhem is presented by Trader Bill's. Trader Bill's, your one-stop shop for all things lake.
This is Sports Center.
The Razorbacks' first game of the Baha Mar Hoops Summer League in the Bahamas is tonight at 6 as they take on the Bahamas national team. They'll play tomorrow at 5 as well against Carleton University out of Ottawa before finishing against Colombian professional team Toros Del Valle on Monday and University of Calgary on Tuesday. Here's what Coach Cal had to say ahead of the tournament.
Who knows what to expect down there. Team building, though, getting them together. They have gotten along really well, but we got a full team.
The games from Baha Mar can be streamed on flowcollege.com with a subscription. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Trey Reed inviting you to join Mark Hedrick and me Tuesday nights at 7 for The Wild Side.
Brought to you by Edwards Food Giant, Trader Bill's Outdoors, Battery Outfitters, Tammy Chase Insurance, Crane Chevrolet, and Flyway Brewing.
Lost in the real estate jungle? Boundary or easement dispute? Title problem? Hire Lion Legal. There's no one better to protect your pride than our pride of legal lions. When in war, you need the roar. For exceptional communication and exceptional results in all real estate related legal matters, hire Lion Legal to come roaring to to the rescue.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Welcome back to The Zone, live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
It's from Arkansas. I hope it's good.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
All right, we're back at the Pine Bluff Country Club 4-ball, and we usually get some friends on from UAPB when we're here, and we've got a special guest coming up in 1 second to talk about that. And when we talk about sports, we've got to talk about our friends at UAMS because, again, you athletes out there, and whether you're a weekend warrior or somebody who's a high-level college athlete, sometimes things don't go well from an injury standpoint, and you need the best in the business to help put you back together again. UAMS is that. And UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is here to help you. They've got a number of different facilities around the state, and they are perfect when it comes to any kind of injury. Doesn't matter what kind of problem you're having, hip, knee, shoulder, elbow, spine, hand, foot, ankle, anything. Comprehensive care to help you move better, feel better, and get back to doing what you love. UAMS Health has Arkansas's largest orthopedic team as well, and the state's most fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. They are the true experts whose teaching and research are relied on by other physicians. So when you want the best, when you are in need, you know UAMS is the one. 501-686-TOSH for more information, 501-686-8674, and they've got that great new rehab facility over on Rodney Parham, too. So, again, just not resting on their laurels. They're getting better all the time. Just like Coach Bozeman's trying to do with his basketball team. Joining us here now. UAPB special event tomorrow, and Coach, appreciate you popping over. I know you're busy this time of year, but
thank you.
Summer about to wrap. I'm sure you got your guys on campus, and
yes.
You guys rocking and rolling.
Yes, we've been putting in work for about 4 weeks now.
Okay.
So excited to have the guys on campus. Like our team so far, they're working at it extremely hard. So plan on having a really good season this year.
I like it. This is year what for you?
This will be going to year 6. I've been in 5 years now.
That is wild.
I'm like a veteran coach now.
You are. You're an old head.
It's crazy to think about you as a veteran head coach because I still remember watching you with the Trojans.
Right.
It wasn't too long ago.
And it wasn't. I'm still young. Still got a lot of energy, a lot of fire. But just continue to grow and continue to get better each and every single year.
What have you learned? What are some things that have been key that you maybe, didn't know, I guess, when you started out as a head coach?
I would say the biggest thing I've learned is patience. Just having patience. I'm a guy that wants to get it right now, but just having patience with the guys, having patience with the whole program, you know what I mean? So I'm just excited. I've learned to have patience with our guys, and it's taking our program to the next level. We were picked 11th last year, and we finished top 4 this year, so it was a big jump.
Yeah.
Pine Bluff has always kind of been at the bottom. And so to see the program head in the right direction has been a valuable and a great experience for us.
There she is. Coach Leak is joining us, too, and we'll get her thoughts on her team in a second and talk to her about this event. Phil, I'll let you handle the camera work there so we can get them both on. You guys can try to kind of sit close together so we can get you on the stream, get those good-looking faces on. There you go.
That's a 2-shot.
Very good. Welcome, Coach. How are you?
Thank you.
Good to see
great.
you.
Good to see you.
So, okay, well, now that you sat down, we'll talk about your team in a second, but let's move into the conversation about the Like the Hall of Fame hat there.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, it's freshly minted.
That's right.
That's nice.
Show it when you got it.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about the event tomorrow. We were talking off the air about it a little bit, but what's going on tomorrow, and what's the goal of the event?
We have our celebrity basketball game tomorrow at 3 p.m. at H.O. Clemens Arena, and it's just a way to bring the community together. We're going to have so many fans, supporters, businesses, and our youth all in one spot. And it's also a great way to highlight our programs, men and women's basketball. And we're looking forward to a great upcoming season. So we're just excited. Want everybody to come out and enjoy.
What are your roles during the actual celebrity game? Are you playing? Are you coaching? Or are you smack talking?
Yeah, we're doing a lot of smack talking for sure. Because let me tell you, Solo, his team is stacked. He makes sure of it. But Team Leak is also incredible. So it's going to be fun. Just looking forward to seeing those guys get out there and compete and play. A lot of familiar faces. Looking forward to Cheryl Ford, my former teammate from Louisiana Tech. She's going to be here to coach. So the coaching is handled. We're just going to sit back and enjoy.
Who are the other celebs that are coming in?
Archie Goodwin played with the Phoenix Suns and played in the NBA for 4 seasons. Daryl Macon played in the NBA for a couple of seasons with the Miami Heat. Then he was with Dirk Nowitzki with the Mavericks. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie, NFL Pro Bowler. Yep. That's a big name right there. And then she talks about my team, but she also has Jarvis Bernardo, who was a NBA champion with the Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And then we got some former Golden Line players that we're excited about that are coming back. Sean Dawes, Marcel Mosley, Kylan Milne, Keon Williams, Daquan Morris, the list goes on.
Yeah.
So excited to have those guys back playing in the game.
Are they playing somewhere?
They're all playing overseas.
Sean got buckets, tons of them.
Yes, he did.
Scoring machine when he was here.
And he's still getting buckets to this day.
That's awesome. That'll be fun. So 3 o'clock tomorrow at Clemens Arena. And what this is a fundraiser, I guess, for...
It is. It's a fundraiser, really for NIL for our basketball players. And, we have to be competitive. We have to be creative to be able to fundraise for those efforts.
Absolutely.
But at 1 o'clock, we have some younger generation. The Arkansas Hawks are going to play the Memphis War Eagles, the 7th grade team.
Oh, that's fun.
And it's, Bill Ingram is over the Arkansas Hawks, so I really want to thank him for allowing them to play in this.
Absolutely. Well,
you
that's
guys
very
both
cool.
had really nice bounce back seasons this last year. What led to that? And then I also kind of wonder about, it's so difficult to keep roster consistency. So in the same idea, keeping on-court consistency is just as difficult.
It is. Fortunately, I have all my starters except one coming back, and that is not the norm in college basketball right now, even at the Power 5, level. So I'm really happy that we have our nucleus back, and then we added a 6'4" and 6'5". Woo! I love to say that.
No doubt.
Yes, down in the paint to dominate and take care of that. So winning 15 games last year, I don't think we're going to be able to sneak up on anybody. Everybody's going to be ready for UAPB's basketball. So we know the target's on our back, and now we're just preparing to win even more.
Yeah, I call games in a one-bid league, and obviously SWAC typically has been that as well. So what's the makeup of the league on both sides for you guys this year? What do you think you're facing? I mean, and again, it's hard to know year to year, right?
Right.
I think the league is getting better every year, because of the NIL. So I think the league is getting better. I think teams are getting more talented players. And then, the SWAC has been really good. I mean, we beat teams in non-conference. We beat UIC last year. I know Coach Lee. I can't remember.
We beat University of Memphis. We were 1-0. We beat North Alabama at the buzzer, made ESPN Top 10. We had some highlights.
Yeah.
We got in there and beat some people that we weren't supposed to beat. So That's always a plus.
What's the selling point? And I know you both have pretty good, representation from Arkansas. What's the selling point to in-state kids to come to UAPB?
Well, first of all, I'm all about, stay in state.
Yeah.
There's some great kids here in the state of Arkansas who can play. I'm from Eastern Arkansas myself. Mm-hmm. And stay home. And then UAPB has such a rich culture. The culture, band, the community, the family. It is right here in your backyard. And it's a Division I program.
Yeah.
So... yeah, come on to the yard.
The yard, I like it.
Yeah.
I see the billboard when I'm going over I-30 every morning. So, yeah, spreading the word. And for you, same thing. It's Division I basketball.
Yeah, same thing. We're close to family. And then I always preach, man, we've had guys go make a ton of money. So you come here, we put you in position to go make a lot of money. We had a guy go make $300,000 this year. We had another guy make $100,000. So it's life-changing money for themselves and their families.
Sure.
So
It's the same
that's
for
what
the
we
girls.
preach.
It's the same for the women's team.
Same for the girls.
Just the same kind of opportunities.
That's right. And that is a selling point. You have an opportunity. You have an opportunity to play in a competitive league that play all types of program. We play the SEC, we play the OVC, we play everybody.
You guys will play anybody.
We play anybody.
Everybody. We have the Razorbacks to start off this year. We start off with the Razorbacks. Excited to play, coach against John Calipari. I mean, they're probably number one in the country. I mean, they're loaded.
Yeah, they got a great team.
Has that been announced yet?
I was just going to say, I think we got some breaking news.
I think this is breaking news, Coach.
I might have broke that news. that may be my bad, but excited about playing those guys.
Well, I love that they're playing in state. I think it's really good, and it's a great opportunity. And again, when you get Arkansas kids, you grow up, a lot of the kids do, as an Arkansas fan, and getting a chance to play against them up there,
right.
Or even if you're at a neutral site in Little Rock or North Little Rock, it's still such a cool thing, and a chance to go knock them off. And we've seen some, whether we're talking about women's or men's, had some more on the women's side, some opportunities to have that team knocked off by another in-state team. So that's a cool deal.
Yeah, and always good for the players to see, they're sizing themselves up.
100%.
This is the level I'm trying to get to. Let me see what I'm made of here. So
I can't wait to see these bigs. Now, we had promised to have, you're doing a midday game, right?
I guess so.
Aren't you? Don't you have an 11 o'clock game?
I think we had an 11 o'clock game last year where we invited the kids.
We had talked about doing a Screaming Kids Day, and we're going to come down and do the show. I told Coach Lee.
Oh, so I've seen a lot of Screaming Kids baseball. There is nothing like Screaming Kids basketball.
Yeah.
Indoors, you can make 4,000 sound like 25,000.
Right.
It's amazing.
Or at Pine Bluff, we can make 15 sound really loud. So it's we got a lot of background noise here. We're in the 1914 lounge, and there ain't a lot of lounging going on. There's a lot of yammering going on.
Obviously, pre-prohibition 1914.
There is no doubt about that. But listen, I appreciate y'all. Hope things go well tomorrow. Tickets at the door in advance. What do you want me to do?
You can buy tickets at UAPBLionsRoar.com as well as the door. They're going to be taking cash or card.
Okay, very good. Best of luck this weekend. I don't know what you guys have on the line, if there's like a lunch bet or anything, but good luck then, and obviously more importantly, good luck on the season.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks for the news.
having us.
Thanks for the news, Coach.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you.
Whew, look at that. Put that on Twitter. All right, we're going to hit a break. It is 11:44. Neil Day, the GM here at the Pine Bluff Country Club, is going to join us on the other side of the break, and we'll talk to him about this awesome event. And as we head in, I want to tell you about LeVar Law. If you're heading this way to hang out with us and you get in an unfortunate accident, I know what you do. You call our friends at LeVar Law. Hurt in a car, call LeVar. Very simple. And Alan and his team are here to help you get what you deserve, frankly. And again, they look out for you, and they can help battle the insurance companies to get you the top dollar that you deserve if you're injured in an accident that you probably can't get yourself. Consultation's free, and there is no fee unless they win, which I love about the way they operate. And Alan's just a good dude. You've heard him on the air a couple of times with us. 1-800-WIN-WIN-1 is the phone number. LeVarLaw.com. It's LEVAR Law.com. And we appreciate them. For 30 years they've been doing it, and they have helped injury victims across Arkansas. So when you hear hurt in a car, call LeVar. That's what it's all about. So put their experience to work for you when you're in need. We are back in a moment. It's 11:45. We're going to talk to Neil Day, and we have a whole lot more to do in our final hour as well. We've also got Champs and Chumps we need to squeeze into this next segment as well.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
We got the big deals at the Big Lot.
Summer is here at the Big Lot. If you need a truck or an SUV for the lake this summer, maybe a Jeep for some off-road fun, come see us at the Big Lot.
Folks, we have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles starting at under $20,000, and our banks work with any credit situation.
You can buy with zero down, and our lenders love saying yes. So come see us at the Big Lot at Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram, Alcoa Road in Benton.
The Big Lot Benton.
Progressive knows that boat days can come with unexpected problems.
It's been a tough Saturday on the lake. I ordered swim trunks in this orange cream color, but it's actually more orange auburn. Oh, and it's swimwear. I probably can't even return these.
If a real problem comes along, your boat's protected 24/7 with Progressive. So you can keep worrying about boater problems. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in D.C.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. This is Trey Johnson with HJ Trailer Sales. Spring is here, and y'all have made us the #1 truck bed dealer in the state. We want to thank you for your support and business. If you're looking for the best customer service from folks that can handle any type of trailer and take care of you after the sale, with hometown service, it's HJ Trailer Sales. Our team will handle all your service and warranty needs. See what great customer service looks like at HJ Trailer Sales on Albert Pike in Hot Springs, or check us out on Facebook.
Hello, this is Justin Acri. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
You're listening to The Zone, Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show with Justin Acri, Bill Elson, and Moose.
Google us! We are magnificent.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
We're above average. We are at Pine Bluff Floorball at the Pine Bluff Country Club, and people are filing in for lunch. A little bit of background noise, but it's okay. We can talk over them. Neil Day's the GM here, the former pro. He's his second hat, I guess. Coming back here, which you got back here when?
What's up? 6 months ago.
6 months ago.
There we go. There we go. 6 months ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is the new role versus being the pro?
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Absolutely. New side of the house, great opportunity.
This morning he was drinking coffee and he had a blower out blowing off the patio. I mean,
you could use a third arm, couldn't you?
That's some high-level GM stuff. When I'm walking around the Buzz and I see like a piece of paper or something on the floor and I'm picking it up, I'm like, this is some really magnificent, really cool stuff. I mean, being the GM, it just comes with all the trappings, man.
You are the key master.
Well, being the boss means your eyesight automatically gets a lot better.
Yeah.
I do have a tendency to see what's wrong, not what's right, unfortunately, sometimes, but that's part of the gig, man.
I was amazed about, like, Bill Valentine at the Travelers. He would be able to pick out a speck of dirt from a mile away in that ballpark, or a $20 bill from a mile away.
What excited you, or I guess intrigued you about coming back here in this role?
Oh, man, I got a phone call from the members and saying that we have a need. And you're familiar with the club, you're familiar with the members and the community. Not only those residents, but also the business community. And I said, let's give this an opportunity. Let's go for it.
Yeah.
Here we are.
If this isn't the epicenter of socialization in Pine Bluff, it's certainly one of the best places to socialize. And every time I come back, Neil, there's something new, something improved. You guys have continued to work at it. So what are you excited about what's changed here in the last year? And I guess what are anything else on tap here?
Yeah, it's nuts. Most folks that are here for the floorball this week got the same reaction that I got 6 months ago when I walked in and went, whoa!
Yeah, no doubt.
You got the lounge downstairs. The family room's been redone. Upstairs, we remodeled the oak room. Now a full room itself was given fresh coat of paint and flooring. We added an outdoor pergola area, which has an upstairs and downstairs dining opportunity for outside. And then we have the terrace area on last night.
Yeah.
And got a wonderful artificial putting surface out here that we can utilize multi-purpose, event-wise, as well as for golf.
Yeah.
I mean, every turn last night when you were speaking to folks, like I saw Keith Carter, and he goes, I haven't been back here since COVID, and I walked in and didn't know where to go because it's changed.
Yeah.
That's great to hear.
No doubt.
Because they're recognizing the opportunity. So, and with that opportunity, we're running, I'm going to plug it, we're running a floorball membership special, which goes through November. And so anyone who has any interest in membership here at the club, whether it be a full membership in county or out of county, even the social aspects, we have that. Just give us a call. pass the information along.
It's a fun track, and I will say you're going to get better playing here. And my brother is a long hitter, but sometimes he gets a little wild with it. So
how was yesterday with it?
It was fun.
Yeah?
I mean, he's gotten smarter. He's 31 now. He's not just trying to do it with brute strength. And so this is a place where if you can hit irons a long ways, there's a good opportunity to take some irons off the tees out here.
Yes, sir.
As you know.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, it's fun, and the course looks great. So we're thrilled to be down here again. It's a great time. You got a great membership, and I know they look forward to this every year. Do you, as a pro and now as a GM, do you look? I was asking the pro earlier, Ricky Stewart, about this. Do you look forward to it, or you sort of get on edge when it's 4-ball week?
Always look forward to it. You're always on edge regardless. I mean, that's just part of it. But this is, like I said, being on the other side of the coin, it's a completely different ball game for me. So I'd say the biggest difference was I was not up at 4:30 this morning walking outside to come down for 8 a.m. tee times.
Yeah.
Got a couple of extra hours of sleep, which was extremely nice, but I'll make that up on the back end tonight for the party.
No doubt. You didn't blow off the patio until 9 a.m. It was fun, so it was good.
Just the number of 202 golfers.
Well, and then you think about all the spouses and plus ones that come in. I mean, and again, the undertaking tonight is it's surf and turf.
$450 this evening.
Yeah, $450 for steak and lobster. I mean, it's an undertaking.
Yeah, and that's not just rubber chicken either.
No, sir.
That's
which would be fine too. The food's always great. I'll tell you this. I was telling him the barbecue last night was outstanding.
When I heard you tell Chef how great it was, I went and made myself a sandwich.
It's so good.
It was like 10:30, but I was like, "Hey, I'm making a sandwich."
Yeah.
It was delicious.
Yeah, the brisket was really great.
Absolutely awesome.
Well, I really appreciate you having us down.
Man, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
so
that you guys are doing the membership deal. That's cool. And you don't probably think about that a lot. I mean, if you're looking for a second club, this is a very affordable option.
Extremely.
If you have a place that you live in Little Rock or somewhere else out of town and you want another place to go play, it's great to have it.
Certainly so.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And we appreciate the partnership with Sissy's Log Cabin, with Saracen Casino Resort.
Yeah.
I mean, you see that evident here at the club in the investment as well as the participation that they have here in the community. So for them to be a partner, we've partnered with Sissy's as well as Saracen, and it's just been an absolute wonderful journey so far.
Can I ask a layperson's question? I've played maybe 7 rounds of golf in my life. I don't pay too much attention to it. What makes a 4-ball tournament different than anything else?
Well, a 4-ball is a 2-person versus 2-person. Mm-hmm. So there's 4 balls in play, right? Now, the format of that could either be stroke play or match play. So that creates your little curveball in how the 4-ball scoring is done. But in a 4-ball at any time, only one of the two have to be in play at the conclusion of the hole.
Okay.
Unless you're in match play. There's kind of
what are we doing here?
Transition. Here's match play.
Yeah. So the good thing about it is I like it. For a player like me, the intriguing thing about 4-ball is I'll go out and make an 8 on a par 4, and I will. But I could par the next hole, and we can win that hole, and it counts the same as the hole before. So, like in stroke play, obviously it kills you if you have a blow-up hole and make an 8 or a 10. But in match play, it doesn't make any difference, so you can just drop it and keep rolling.
Yeah.
And it's fun. But the thing is, and Neil will tell you this too, the thing about these types of tournaments, and everybody's got them around the state, it's about 10% about golf, and the rest of it's about the party, fun, fellowship, seeing people you only see every year. Like, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, since last year at the 4-ball.
That's right.
You see these same people every year, and it's fun for the spouses, too, who get to come down and get dolled up and have a good time. And like tonight we get this country thing.
Awesome.
Last night was a blast.
My goodness. We had the Hat Bar last night, which Social Pony. We also had Sissy's Log Cabin. We had Skin.
Yeah.
By Frank's Dermatology.
Dr. Franks was here.
Yeah.
I love Skin.
I mean, it was a ladies' night upstairs. Had great.
We were Botoxing and blinging, baby.
It was awesome.
Sounds like an event in December to
Bubbles,
wear a dress.
Botox, and bling.
Bubbles, Botox, and bling. That's it. Yes, sir.
But and then, of course, you come to get heckled at the 13th hole tomorrow.
I'm staying away.
They're going to get it. They're going to get it tomorrow for sure. We're also doing trivia out there. Roger Scott is my sensei. He helped me get some trivia together.
Right on.
We're going to give away some cash prizes, so people need to be making teams. Spread the word tonight.
Yeah, well.
Making teams, 1 to 4 people for trivia tomorrow, and we're going to be giving away some cash.
Thanks, Roger.
Yeah, no doubt. He did most of the work. He's my leader. He does it all over the state, so he's really good.
That's all. Trivia he does for free.
And then we're bringing in a guest heckler. Moose is supposed to be coming down and talking noise. The good thing about Moose is he can actually hold his own. If somebody gets mad at me, I'm going to get beat up.
No.
We got Moose.
And I'm just the transport. I'm bringing Moose down.
You going to come too?
You're going to come over, Phil?
I'm going to come down,
Good.
yeah.
I want to hear some of Phil's heckling for a guy that doesn't really play golf.
No, but I'm a play-by-play guy. I just want to be very quiet and be respectful. I want to do my Nance imitation, which I've never really done because Nance doesn't do baseball.
You can help me announce the golfers when they come to the tee. They'll love that. Having the voice of Razorback Baseball calling them at the tee, they'll love that.
Sounds good. You got a track man for me?
No.
Walk-up song?
No, you'll just have to guess. But we are also going to get you to try to fire a shot at the 13th green at some point.
Oh, boy.
We'll see if you or Moose can get it closer and have a little bet. We can talk about it on Monday.
I can hit it straight and narrow every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's just doing it again, and then the
problem is it's a par 3 that's about 205 yards.
Yeah, the whole thing about shorter shots, it's just the closer they are, the worse I am, I think.
Closer you get, the further I fall?
Kind of.
It's a good song. Neil, thanks, buddy. Appreciate
Thanks, guys.
you. All right.
Yeah, appreciate y'all.
You bet. We're coming up against the top of the hour here. We've got to do Champs and Chumps. We'll do it first thing next hour, Moose. Don't let me forget. We're going to grab some lunch here, I think, and then we're going to get back to it on the other side of the break.
This ought to be fun. You finish your burger in 8 minutes. I'll take 60 minutes.
It's okay. We got plenty of content for the final hour. We do not need you to talk the whole time. You're fine. You can smash. A couple of things here from our Middleton Heat and Air text line have lined up as well. We've got some live fan feedback, I believe, coming in as well. So we got a busy last hour. Stick around. It's a good way to wrap up the week here at the Pine Bluff Country Club. We're back momentarily in the zone on the Buzz Radio Network.
Hey, this is Mitch at Red River Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep, and I just want to say thank you to the great people in the state of Arkansas for making us the nation's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, and Jeep dealer. That's right, folks. We are #1 in the entire nation, according to Stellantis' own internal report card. And if you want to find out why, you want to make that beautiful drive right here to Heber Springs during the Make This Summer event. Or check us out online at redriverdodge.com for the best deals in the entire state.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Catch the Buzz's ticker on our social media platform presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville, your pool and spa chemical headquarters. LuxuryPoolArkansas.com.
Breaking news, information, big-name guests, entertainment, and sports. It's all right here on 103.7 The Buzz, KABZ Little Rock.
Arkansas is one of the top states with the biggest back-to-school shopping burdens. A Lending Tree survey shows that parents will spend an average of $800 this year on backpacks, supplies, and clothing. That's about 15% of the average monthly income. Experts say the best way to curb some of those costs are to set a realistic budget, avoid high-interest credit card balances, and plan ahead for other reoccurring expenses like field trips and school projects. And a good way to save is this weekend. State and local sales tax will not be collected. It starts at 12:01 a.m. this Saturday and goes until 11:59 p.m. Sunday night. Tax-free weekend includes clothing, accessories, school supplies, electronic devices, and more. State Department of Finance and Administration website has more details. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm Kara Kay's Jessica Rockwell.
When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. ArkansasRestorationExperts.com. They restore, you recover.
With KARK's Juliana Cullen.
Heat and humidity remain in the forecast today with highs in the upper 90s and feels like temperatures around 105 plus. About a 10% chance for a pop-up shower today, but we'll keep a better chance of rain in the forecast. Late tonight in the overnight hours as a cold front moves through. That'll give us temperatures in the lower 90s for this upcoming weekend. This is meteorologist Juliana Cullen with the Arkansas Storm Team for the Buzz Radio Network.
Around here, reputation matters. That's why homeowners and business owners turn to the professionals at CertaPro Painters for their painting projects. From detailed residential painting to professionally managed commercial projects, our crews deliver craftsmanship that protects your investment and enhances curb appeal. Spring weather won't last forever, and neither will the open slots on the schedule. If painting is on your list this year, now's the time. Call CertaPro Painters or visit CertaPro.com and reserve your spring project today. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's painting happy.
The Saracen Casino Hotel is now open and accepting reservations. Saracen's new 14-story hotel features 318 modern guest rooms and suites, offering luxe accommodations paired with the elevated amenities and the Southern hospitality customers have come to expect from Saracen Casino Resort. And while you're at it, don't skip dinner at Red Oak, recognized as Arkansas's best restaurant for 5 years running. Book your stay with Saracen by visiting SaracenResort.com or calling Saracen today.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-MY-RESET.
Country music star and Arkansas native Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week courtesy of Powers Truck Parts and Service. Does your heavy-duty truck need service? Call Powers Truck Parts and Service with everything from headlights to taillights. Online at powerstruckparts.com. It's Joe Nichols with Morning Mayhem on 103.7 The Buzz.
Looking for a better deal on your next vehicle? Make the smart drive to Smart Auto Group. Since 1906, Smart Auto Group has been helping drivers find the right vehicle at the right price. Arkansas's oldest auto groups. Shop a huge selection of Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Hyundai, and Honda vehicles, all backed by the hometown service you can trust. You'll find great selection and great value at Smart Auto Group. Make the smart drive today and start saving at smartdrive.com.
Everybody knows the Brad Hendricks Law Firm is famous for car wrecks, big truck crashes, and medical negligence cases. But they do a lot more than that. They help good people who can benefit from bankruptcy. And they also help older folks who had their Social Security claims denied. When you need a lawyer, call the firm that is pure Arkansas, where you won't ever be just a number. The Brad Hendricks Law Firm. Tradition, reputation, results.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints with no surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 501-600-2763. Instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 501-600-2763. That's 501-600-2763.
Instant fun every day? That's a win. The chance at a life-changing jackpot? Win. Creating scholarships for Arkansas students? That's the biggest win of all. When you play the lottery, it's a win-win-win for Arkansas. So far, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery has raised over $1.5 billion to fund more than 822,000 scholarships. Keep playing and winning Arkansas. Call 1-800-522-4700 for Problem Gambling Helpline.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Join Rick Schaefer and I every afternoon on Arkansas's #1 caller-driven sports show. We'll talk with great guests like Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Trey Biddy, Hogsports.com, Kevin Bohannon, and a whole lot more. It's all right here from 4 to 7 on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the zone. Arkansas's longest-running midday sports talk show. Coming to you live from the Oaklawn Racing Casino Resort Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort.
20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name.
With your hosts, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on the Buzz Radio Network.
So unlike everybody else.
The Zone is live from Pine Bluff Country Club for the Pine Bluff 4-Ball. Experience the finest in golf, dining, and hospitality in the heart of Pine Bluff. Now, back to 4 of the best balls in town, Justin Acri and Phil Elson on 103.7 The Buzz.
All right. Well, per usual, I smashed an entire lunch in the break, which is what I do.
I got about a third of this hot dog left. That's quick for me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was about to give you credit.
I thought you were the throat goat.
Well, I'm trying to not injure myself with the mustard like that one day. The one show that I've missed, it was the weirdest injury, too.
Yeah, happens. It does happen. Wow, that's gross. Okay, let's get to it. We're going to do Champs and Chumps this hour. We've got entertainment, birthdays. We have Zone Rewind and What's on Tap. So we've got a busy hour, man. And no more guests, I don't believe. How was, you guys get Zach yesterday?
No.
Well, that's good.
No.
I just want to make sure you didn't forget him.
Yeah, there were texts that were sent.
Yeah, sometimes he's busy. It's okay. All right, so let's dive in here. Let's do Champs and Chumps first, then we'll get to entertainment, because I do not want to forget it. And our friends at Washita Bar and Grill are ready to have some fun.
And BKC Home Builders.
Champs and Chumps is
And
brought to you
BKC
by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders. With indoor and outdoor seating, Washita Bar and Grill provides a family-friendly environment with mouth-watering food. BKC Home Builders is the premier home builder in Hot Springs, providing custom home build and remodels, both big and small. For more info, go to bkchomebuilders.com.
Okay, they've got a special event going on with the Arkansas Diamonds, which has their home game this weekend, sponsored by OBG. And I got this graphic. It says one fan's going to walk away with $1,000 cash. It's the Diamonds against the Monroe Greenheads. It is a playoff game, according to this information. The game is Saturday, and our friends at the Washita Bar and Grill are big fans of the Diamonds. 7:05 kickoff this weekend. Every fan will receive a free $1,000 cash giveaway ticket, and you get a chance to win a grand. So it's free for that. No charge for general admission game tickets, it says. I don't know what that's about. While tickets last, and it says get here early. Get where early? This graphic has me confused. To the game or to Washita Bar and Grill? I don't know. Anyway, check their website or Facebook page for details or more details.
Greenheads, what a cool name.
That is a cool name.
Never heard anything like that.
Yeah,
ducks?
that's pretty awesome. All right, let's get what?
Are they ducks? Is that like a mallard?
Yeah, they're ducks.
A greenhead?
Greenheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, it's like a mallard. All right.
I didn't know there was a team that was named the Greenheads, but yes, we do now for Monroe.
The Travelers or the Mad Mallards. Sometimes.
Oh, that's right. They do the Mad Mallards thing.
Sometimes.
That's right. All right. My champ this week is going to be Carl Ravitch. You guys know about Carl Ravitch. Apparently, even though he got laid off by ESPN, he's still showing up to work.
I was so confused when I put the baseball game on last night. I was like, wait a minute, that sounds like Ravitch.
I don't know what the pay is or how that's working, but it says he's been laid off, so I think he's doing the games and not
Apparently
being paid.
he's still on the schedule to do the Little League World Series, too.
Right, but I mean, is he not getting paid to do it? Is that the deal? I don't know.
Maybe they come to an agreement about, well, you finish the season and then that's it.
Yeah, it's a weird deal. I don't have the details on it. But
Or maybe they fired too many people and they don't have anybody left to do these games.
Well, they fired a few people, that's for sure. Well, he, to me, is the most talented guy they let go, at least as far as the people that I know. There may be some producer behind the scenes that I'm not aware of. But anyway, on the flip side, so he's my champ this week for still working because he loves the game. And we all say, oh, I love it so much I'd do it for free. We wouldn't. But he apparently will, or at least even though they sort of disrespected him and kicked him to the curb.
There's no way he's doing this for free.
Okay, you're probably right.
No way.
Then on the flip side, you've got a guy who has been kind of grumpy the whole way through. His name is Ryan Clark. My thing is, again, you'll find another job, and I think he's pretty good at his job, but not great. There are a lot of guys that I think as analysts are more television. It's not just about being the most knowledgeable guy in the room. There's more to it than that. But he has been complaining a lot ever since. We've got a clip from him talking about, basically this is sour grapes cocktail right here. And I get it. It's fine. I mean, if I got fired with a buzz, I'd probably be a little bent too, but I would try to be thankful for the years that I did have to do it. I mean, someday they're going to ask me to leave.
mid-show.
Well, they're going to ask me to leave at some point. And maybe, UCA will kick me to the curb at some point too, but it's like, I'm thankful for every day I have doing what I do because I love doing it. And I hope that I've got a feeling of they finally let me go. But here's a recent clip from Clark.
I had a hard time adjusting to life outside of a locker room from a personality standpoint. I struggled at ESPN. I struggled building relationships, and I struggled dealing with, certain authority figures or people in different positions, not because I was hard to get along with, just because I was honest, right? Honest about what I felt, what I thought I could do. And so I had to learn to adjust to a world that wasn't totally production based, that you actually can't be honest in. We could be honest, and if we come to blows in the locker room, so be it. But it's not the real world, and I had a tough time adjusting.
It's a very interesting way to put it.
Too bad. Yeah. Well, he's like, I didn't really build relationships, and I wasn't very coachable as an employee. I can't understand why they fired me.
You end up hearing this from a lot of people, and look, I mean, maybe there's truth to it too, but they'll say, I'm too honest, and it just piss a lot of people off.
Yeah, people love
I'm only honest on here. I'm not honest in real life. Like, I lie to everybody behind the scenes at work. I don't ever actually tell them the truth because I don't like to ruffle feathers. I do whatever I want.
It usually should be the find a way.
I think being honest here is fine. Anyway, I'm mostly kidding, but not all.
Probably a little more honest on the air than I am off the air sometimes.
Maybe so. Who is the champion jump this week, sir?
I had a little difficulty putting it in these terms. Away. At an early age, too. Billy Ray Smith Jr. dies at age 64. But I was watching tributes to his life, reading about his life, specifically folks in San Diego.
Yeah.
That where he spent the majority of his adult life. Mm-hmm. And it really sounds to me like this man lived his life in a near perfect manner. Can't say a bad word about him in terms of time he gave, not just the way he played the game, but the time he gave to people who admired him and the way that he treated them. And you can see that also in the way that his colleagues on television and radio spoke about him, from the beginning to the end. It just sounds like he lived his life in a very generous manner, and I think he lived his life like a champion.
That's all I can ask for.
I have a difficult time, though, viewing this through the lens of 64 years old, CTE-related dementia, probably. It's what his family is claiming. So it's really sad.
Yeah, there's a sad component. But again, he lived his life well, and that's all you could really ask for. When you're dead, you want people to say he lived his life well, and that's all you can ask for. I mean, look, we only get so much time on this earth, and you'd obviously like to have more than 64 years, and it is a shame. But again, there's a lot to be proud of about what he did when he was here in the years that he did have. So, and how about on the other side?
Trump is Gianni Infantino for getting half the world to quit the World Cup.
How's that?
Well, he's concocted this scheme to try to sell the World Cup essentially to private equity, and it's put to a vote amongst all of the federations that belong to FIFA as an organization, and UEFA, CONCACAF, AFC, which I think is the African Football Confederation, all said we're not taking part, and that's not just three of these taking part in any FIFA-related events until this plan is shelved. They're revolting. They're essentially leaving FIFA. Now, what this also does is this puts participation in next summer's Women's World Cup in jeopardy. Like, we just had this amazing World Cup in the United States that felt like forward, and you may end up without a Women's World Cup, and this plan is a reason why.
Okay. Moose, what you got?
Yeah, that also really sucks, too. Women's World Cup is probably going to be the only thing going on next summer if baseball doesn't happen, too. So if literally the only two things we got going in the summer are gone, that's going to be a bummer. This is my champ of the week. It happened last night.
The 0-2 from Strom. Clemens in the air to right center field and deep. Back it goes. Deep it goes. And gone! Cody Clemens wins it! And the Twins walk off the Royals once again at Target Field. Can you believe it?
Okay, so that was a new term for me, an ultimate grand slam, which I had never heard about. It is a walk-off grand slam when your team is down by 3. He hit only the 15th ultimate grand slam ever with 2 outs. He was at 2 outs, 2 strikes, and hit a grand slam down 3-0. Only the 15th time that's happened, which is rarer in the MLB than a perfect game, apparently. And it's only the 34th ultimate grand slam period. Well, it's the first by a Minnesota Twin. So that was really cool. Cody Clemens, ultimate Grand Slam walk-off. My chump is going to come from baseball, too. The Yankees lost back-to-back extra inning games to the White Sox. And in one of them, they had 2 base running errors, which they've had all year. And they walked in the game-winning run. It was a walk-off walk. So the Yankees have had a rough week.
Oh.
Good.
Ultimate Grand Slam. What a cool term.
Well, I'd like to talk about how much the Yankees are struggling. You're focused on the wrong things, sir, because they're playing Cubs this weekend in a little set. So screw you, Yankees. Let's go Cubs.
So, Phil, had you heard that before?
Look at Moose doing this.
That's my afternoon victim right there.
I don't think I had heard that, Moose.
I hadn't either. Yeah, that's brand new. I thought that was interesting. Well, not brand new because they're keeping up with it. I think it's crazy.
Elias stats can tell you anything. It's smarter than ChatGPT. You ask Elias anything. Has this ever happened in this sport before? They'll tell you.
Yeah, super interesting. And he became the only player in MLB history besides Babe Ruth to have a 3 home run game, a strikeout as a pitcher, and hit an ultimate Grand Slam. They're the only 2 to have that in their career. So that's pretty cool.
That's amazing.
That's super stuff.
That's going deep in the well.
Yes, it is.
What do you have? Did you give your chump yet?
Yeah, the Yankees.
It was the Yankees.
Oh, that's right. I was multitasking. Sorry. All right, let's get to entertainment. It is 12:18.
Multitasking. You were talking smack to your next opponent.
Yeah, I do love the man.
It's
going to be fun today. I hope he doesn't take us to task, but we'll see. He's a good dude. You seem like it's like in Princess Bride. You seem like a fine person. I hate to kill you. You seem like a fine person. I hate to be dead.
I hate to die. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Or whatever he says.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Something you don't know. I am not left-handed. All right.
That's true. You didn't know that.
I did not have this. Donna Mills, Abby Cunningham on not joined OnlyFans. She is years young. Mills says the platform offers a more personal connection with longtime supporters. I'm excited to join OnlyFans because it offers the opportunity for a more personal and direct connection. Her account will feature daily life moments, behind-the-scenes content, and direct fan engagement. The CEO calls Mills fearless and ahead of her time. Well, I don't know that she's ahead of her time. She is 85. She joins a growing list of Shannon Elizabeth, 1.2 million in her first 7 days.
When celebrities have been on this platform now for
we all know what OnlyFans people think about it and what goes on there. I've never been on the site, but I just expect, right? Is Ms. Mills going to be involved in some of that activity?
Isn't there a wink nod of it?
Hey, you know what? I haven't seen her lately. Maybe she still got it at 85.
Hey, people are interested by different things sometimes.
Listen, you
and there's also people in their 80s that are online, incredible, very online.
Yeah, listen, you sexy octogenarians, go get you some. Moose.
Oh, he says we're not. He says we've got a little issue with our connection.
Yeah, it's kind of bouncing around. There's a lot of traffic in here.
That sounded better.
A lot of cell phones being used.
Yeah, there will be. Okay, you sound better too.
Thanks.
John Legend in the news. He's coming to Pine Bluff, Arkansas next week. Also, he's going to portray civil rights icon Harry Belafonte in director Bill Condon's upcoming music drama, The Road Home. The film explores, and I had no idea they were even doing this, it explores the political fallout surrounding Paul Simon's landmark 1986 album, Graceland, recorded in apartheid-era South Africa amid a global cultural boycott. Johnny Flynn plays Simon. Cynthia Evero portrays Miriam Makeba. And I don't know these folks, so I apologize. Bottom line is they're shooting it in South Africa. I didn't realize it was controversial. I do remember it being one of my 10 favorite albums of all time. It's absolutely an outstanding album.
I don't remember a controversy around
that
album either, but then again, I think I was 9 years old and would have been paying attention.
You remember
who's going to play Chevy Chase in this movie?
That's a video. I don't think that'll probably make it. But Boy in the Bubble and the Baby with the Baboon Heart, I mean, they're just There's some great songs in there, man. It's a really, really good album.
What else has John Legend acted in? Do we know?
I don't know. But if he's going to play a music role, it seems to be appropriate.
Playing Harry Belafonte.
That's a big shoes to fill.
Influential as it gets.
Yeah, no doubt. Alicia Silverstone going to try to re-cue her former role in Clueless. Paramount Plus has ordered a 6-episode sequel series to the 1995 cult classic. She is reprising her iconic role as Cher Horowitz. The project was originally developed at Peacock before moving to Paramount Plus in 2026. The log line states, beloved Beverly Hills, if I could read, icon Cher has figured out a lot. She's successful in business and has mastered motherhood. That is, until her daughter's high school years, and Cher finds that parenting a teenager makes her feel clueless all over again.
All right, well, did she and Paul Rudd get married then?
I don't know.
Because that's the thing everybody needed to know about the.
I hope so.
That would be the next thing.
Yeah,
like if you're gonna have a sequel of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, well, it's got to be Ferris and Mia Sarah's character moving forward.
Right.
Sloan.
Amy Heckerling is among the executive producers. She was the original director.
Hey, Paul Rudd
very
was
valuable
her stepbrother, right? Paul Rudd was her stepbrother in the
and
movie.
they. Stepbrother in the movie, but that spoiler alert.
There's a love interest.
They kissed.
Yeah, at the very end of the movie, they were a thing.
Yeah. A leather-bound 1964 planner belonging to this gentleman named Colonel Sanders sold for $30,000 at a Shelbyville, Kentucky auction. The planner contained a handwritten list of 11 ingredients, the same number linked to KFC's secret recipe. A Seattle family discovered the book in Sanders' former home basement around the turn of the century. KFC sued to suppress the list, but later dropped the case, concluding Sanders had likely written a stuffing recipe instead. Sure, that's your story. An auctioneer called the planner a keepsake. Other items also drew strong bids. His clip-on bow tie fetched $8,000. His 1955 honorary Kentucky Colonel certificate sold for $23,000. He sold KFC in '64, but remained its public face until his death in 1980.
What do you mean? Well, maybe personally he is still the face.
Yeah.
It's just there's like 3 or 4 actors that play him. None of them John Legend, though.
Yeah.
Hey, since you asked, Phil,
Joe,
real quick, John Legend was in
go
La La Land. And
still haven't seen that.
And Jesus Christ Superstar, they did a live version a few years back, and he won an Emmy, I think, for that, or at least was nominated for that. He played Jesus.
Haven't seen that. Well, those are big shoes to fill, too. Harry Belafonte ought to be a snap.
Big sandals.
Podcast money in the news. We're all shooting for this. So the top podcast money has been released. I don't know where they get this information. This is the top 10 podcasters and what they made last year. Joe Rogan, the Joe Rogan Experience, $82 million. John Coogan and Jordy Hayes, I don't know who that is. TBPN, a big drop-off to Diary of a CEO. Stephen Barr, Ashley Flowers, Crime Junkie, $42 million. Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes, you know theirs, $37 million last year. A little nice side hustle for those guys, huh?
Can't be just a side hustle anymore, though.
The Kelseys on New Heights made $35 million. John Favreau's doing a podcast, I had no idea, with a couple of people, $28 million. And Charlemagne the God.
He passed over Call Her Daddy.
Oh, Call Her Daddy with Alex Cooper made $32 million. Charlemagne made $27 million on his.
So that's a different John Favreau, by the way, not the one you know.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, different guy.
He spells it exactly the same.
He's a speechwriter. I think he was a speechwriter for Obama.
That makes me feel better about it. He's also missing an H, though. All right. So that's that. Don't look anymore, Phil.
I didn't see it.
Whatever. Oh, my
scrolling.
God. Well, quit looking. Anyway, it's fine. All right. Today is National Avocado Day. It's National Cotton Candy Day. It's National Spam Day. When's the last time you had Spam, boys?
It's been a minute, maybe since the last time I was in Hawaii.
I'll have your Spam, dear. I love it.
I mean, I love the routine.
Spam and eggs. Spam and eggs.
Spam, baked beans and Spam.
I like Spam. My mother used to make a casserole with Spam. It was like basically macaroni and cheese, Spam, and canned tomatoes. A very odd concoction.
That's very odd. You can fry that stuff up with some eggs. They sell it at McDonald's in Hawaii.
It's also Shredded Wheat Day, which is a great cereal to choke on in the morning.
Well, you just have enough frosted shredded wheat, you're fine.
I don't know. I always thought it was kind of hard to chew. Easy to get. I did gag on a cornflake or two over the years also.
Yeah, you're not supposed to eat it just like without putting it in the milk and letting it sit there.
Well, I couldn't stand soggy. It just needs to get to the right point, though. You know what I mean?
There's a very happy medium with cereal.
Yeah.
Like right now, we learned last week I do breakfast.
Yeah.
I do cereal for dessert.
Yeah.
I'm into Life. I'm in a box of Life right now.
Cinnamon or regular?
Regular.
Oh my God, you're a psychopath.
And there is a very small, very green area of how Life is supposed to.
Well, I will say this: the best cereal of time, because you can do it in 4 days and it won't get soggy.
You mean the worst cereal of all time, because no matter when you try to eat it, you're either gonna gag from the lump that it creates, or you're gonna shatter your teeth.
I like Grape Nuts.
It has no flavor. It tastes like it.
You drown everything in sugar anyway, so who cares? It's just like lobster. It's just a vehicle to put butter in.
It's just a vehicle for sugar.
It's just a vehicle for sugar. That's all. All right, let's do birthdays, and then we will move on and get to our rewind, which is pretty extensive today, so we love it. Let's get on after it. What are we giving away, Moose?
Today is going to be tickets to an Arkansas Travelers home game.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
All right, while you're lining those up, I'll hit some Middleton Heat and Air texts. Jeff says robotic. From the 501, love your show. Your connection is in and out, Mr. Roboto. You all sound computerized. This person likes Raisin Bran. Well, good. If you want to stay regular, that's a good cereal to have.
Poster Kellogg's.
Is it a difference?
Yeah.
Are the raisins sugared differently?
One has more sugar than the other.
You all know things were going great this morning. Eating an early snack, chilling until the baseball aficionado Phil Elson uttered the phrase, a third testicle. After that, all bets were off. And there was a sudden, strong desire to not eat again ever. Thanks a lot, Phil.
I know you draw the connection from third testicle to eating, but so go for it.
Well, if you Rocky Mountain oysters. Any word?
Have 3 of them then.
Any word on freshman Holden Hiscock? Oh, you can't say that. You just tricked me, you son of a gun. Gosh dang it, you moron.
Hi,
Randy.
You got rainwater. You got rainwater.
What? I just got rainwater. Oh my God, you jerk. Oh, my God.
Oh, man, I'll never send a text to the show again.
I can't believe I just did that. I'm not quite awake yet. Where can I find info on a car show in Benton tomorrow? I have no idea about that one. They should do a big car show at Buc-ee's sometime, since they have that big old parking lot.
Every day there is a car show.
That car show is actually hosted by Jack in Mehoff.
Oh, stop.
Still waiting on birthday callers. 501-661-1037.
I'm getting robot talk. Are we okay? Are we doing okay?
Why don't we could go to break and maybe come back and do this if you want.
I just hung up and reset.
Okay. That sounds better for now, for sure.
We do? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right, well, we could just play for fun. I don't care. Just as the connection got better, too, this person says, yeah, you sneaky snake. You know what? You're going to pay for that. That's bad for your karma, you knucklehead. Holden. I hope Holden has a great freshman year. I'll keep an eye on him. You knuckleheads. All right, here we go. Woo, boy. All right, we're really covered here today. This is quite good. All right, this woman is an author, and she's probably a billionaire, too.
J.K. Rowling.
That's right, Phil. How old is she?
70.
What do you say there, Moose?
68.
61. You guys are both rude. This guy's an actor, and he once told us, do you play roulette? Always bet on black.
Wesley Snipes.
That's correct, Phil. Passenger 57.
Willie Mays Hayes.
That's true, too. Where are you going? About 90 feet.
That's right.
What do you say there, Moose? How old's Wesley
Snipes? About 100
Snipes?
of these.
Blade is 72.
How old is Holden? 72. How old is Wesley Snipes?
I'm going to go 74.
He's 64. You guys are terrible
Goodness
today.
gracious.
This guy's got his toes in his water and his butt in the sand. He's a country music singer, and he's...
Oh, Kenny Chesney.
Nope.
Justin Moore.
He also likes a little bit of chicken fried.
Oh, Zach Brown.
Oh,
Zach Brown. Come on. How old's Zach Brown, Phil? Missed this one by a mile, too.
36.
No.
42.
It's 48. You guys are really terrible.
Really off today.
Yeah, really awful. This guy's an entrepreneur, the former owner of the Dallas Mavericks.
Mark Cuban.
That's right. How old's Cuban there, Delayed?
He's 60.
Blake.
2.
I'm going to go 58.
You guys are both. Did you guys take a dum-dum pill this morning?
What is it?
He's 68.
He's 68?
You guys aren't
6
even
years
close.
off.
I shouldn't even be giving you points.
6 is not
You
that
guys are
far.
awful. That's it. All right, Moose, you win. That was awful. That was embarrassing and terrible.
Is
Not
getting
as
the
bad as what I
names
did,
more
but still.
impressive or getting the ages more impressive?
If you're more than 10 years away from the ages, both of you are, it's kind of bad. I just don't think you had a particularly good day. I'm sorry. It's easy for me to say I have all the answers. That's just like, when Alex Trebek used to talk down to people on Jeopardy. It's like, well, you have all the answers, Alex. Don't act like you're some kind of genius.
He could talk down to people without saying a word.
That's true.
He had that look.
He got that look.
Looks don't work on radio, though. You have to say something.
Also, a very special happy birthday to former Razorback Brady Toops, who was at one of the bigger moments in Razorback baseball
People
history.
point to that moment as being one of the reasons of the explosion of popularity for the program.
It was a very exciting day.
Is he still a musician?
Yeah,
Is he still
I think so.
writing country music?
Yep. And then my man Chris Kane, my cohort on UCA football, is celebrating a birthday today. I don't know how old.
Happy Chris.
You guys want to guess 10 years away from how old Chris Kane is?
78.
He is not a day over
78
29.
years old.
Actually, Moose, you're coming around. Maybe we should get another list together. You're on a roll. I actually don't know how old he is, to be honest with you.
He is perpetually 29.
He does look it. He ages well. Acri's new nickname, Will He Say It? That's cute. Will He Say It? Pro tip for grape nuts, Cattleman says. I don't need pro tips. They're perfect the way they are. Add some chocolate syrup. Okay.
I think. Look, I'm all about doing what you want to do with food, but I think cereal should stand for itself. And grape nuts couldn't just stand for itself. It could stand to hold up a skyscraper. It's so strong.
All cereals should be like a child eats cereal. I don't want anything that's not a sugary mess with a mascot. I don't want your grape nuts. I don't want your, shredded wheat or whatever. Cereal is supposed to be unhealthy.
Yeah. Not me. My mom would not buy anything that was not healthy. Like, it was like Cheerios. There was no Frosted Flakes in the house. We had Corn Flakes.
Well, I mean, I had
shredded wheat.
I had a dentist for a father growing up, and we weren't allowed to have a lot of cereals or sodas. We had grape nuts in the house.
Yeah, well, the thing is, my mother also never stopped us from putting 9 teaspoons of sugar on top of our non-sugared cereal, so I'm not sure what the point was in the big scheme of things. But whatever.
If you got to add
12:34.
chocolate
Let's
syrup
take a
or
break.
sugar, then it's not good enough.
Rewind time after the break. Let's go to the break, and we will come back and knock that out. As we head in, I want to tell you about something that is near and dear to my heart, and that is cash. So if you're looking for a fine meal, and we were talking about a little bit of chicken fried, guess what? Today's chicken as their special for lunch. And their food is always special. The experience is always special, and it's always a wonderful time to go to Cash. Free valet parking in the evening time, awesome for special events. And, we don't probably talk about the details of the menu enough, at least the regular menu. They do have great specials all the time. But I just have a hard time sometimes when I go in there to get past the appetizers, and then by the time my entree comes, I'm full. But you gotta get on the tuna wontons, the crab claws, the smoked pork belly is amazing. The candied bacon that comes out on a little fancy rack is awesome. It's just a great spot for apps, for drinks, for main dishes. And, again, if you need some special event space for any reason whatsoever, get on the calendar now, 501-850-0265. And they're so good at helping put your special event together and making it even cash. In downtown, it's 12:35. We're back with the Rewind after this.
Are you still on the sidelines? Then it's time you suit up and get in the game. Download Arkansas's favorite sports wagering app, Bet Saracen, today.
This is Sports Center.
The Razorbacks' first game of the Baha Mar Hoops Summer League in the Bahamas is tonight at 6 as they take on the Bahamas national team. They'll play tomorrow at 5 as well against Carleton University out of Ottawa, before finishing against Colombian professional team Toros Del Valle on Monday and University of Calgary on Tuesday. Here's what Coach Cal had to say ahead of the tournament.
Who knows what to expect down there. Team building, though, getting them together. They have gotten along really well, but we got a full team.
The games from Baha Mar can be streamed on flowcollege.com with a subscription. I'm Moose for the Buzz Radio Network.
This is Trey Schapp. Tune in each Friday morning at 5:30 right here on The Buzz as I bring you From the Shortgrass, presented by UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine. If you like to hear interesting stories about the game of golf, this is for you. You can also find it wherever you get your podcasts.
Robert Irwin Jewelers 6-hour 60% off sale is this Saturday from 10 to 4 only at the Pleasant Ridge Town Center location next to Fresh Market. Everything in the showcase is 60% off this Saturday 10 to 4.
It's a legit 60% off sale. Do not miss it.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, this is Justin Acri. When joint pain or an injury slows you down, turn to UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Arkansas's largest orthopedic team and the state's most fellowship-trained surgeons offer expert care for sports injuries and problems affecting the hip, knee, shoulder, spine, hand, foot, ankle, and more. Care is easy to access at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital and a new location on Rodney Parham in Little Rock, next to UAMS Health Urology Center. For walk-in care, choose UAMS Ortho now. Call 501-686-TOSH. When you think ortho, think UAMS.
Looking for burgers, barbecue, beer, bourbon, ball games, and brunch? Look no further than Washita Bar and Grill, 915 Central Avenue in beautiful downtown Hot Springs. Washita Bar and Grill, family and pet friendly, with indoor and outdoor seating available. Bingo Bango Brunch, served on Sundays from 11 till 3, with live music Thursday through Saturday. Take a look on Facebook to see what events they've got going on this week, and join the fun at Washita Bar and Grill, Central Avenue, downtown Hot Springs.
Join Out of Bounds today at the Spot City Classic, Arkansas's largest indoor pickleball tournament, presented by Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram of Hot Springs. Go to pickleballtournaments.com. Spot City Classic, sponsored by Washita Bar and Grill and Comfort Inn and Suites.
You're in the zone with Justin Acri and Phil Elson.
They're ridiculous. They're impossible.
Those guys are the worst.
They're sick. They're perverted.
On 103.7 The Buzz.
Where all the girls at with the credit cards and the high heels, the Mercedes-Benz with the big wheels. When they hit this jam, they can't sit still. Yeah, they know what's up. Where all the girls at with the Birkin bags and the big house, the Mercedes-Benz with the out. When they hit this jam, they turn the lights out. Yeah, they know what's up. Polo socks, polo tee, polo bed, polo.
All right, we got a little issue with our video. Phil's working on it. Let's get to the zone rewind. It is going to be also some time to talk about our friends at Burroughs and Mr. Frank's. This would be a great day to go get some new sunglasses, I'll tell you that much, because it is bright out there and it's going to be hotter than heck. They can't help you with the latter, but with the former, of course, they can with all the top brands like Robert Mark and Chrome Hearts, Lindbergh. It is the place to look sharp. They're here to help. They've got lots of new designer frames coming in every day as well, so you always want to check back and see what kind of selection they've got. But top quality sunglasses, and if you need a prescription sunglasses, they got you hooked up. And if you're non-prescription, it's fine too. Sunglass season over at Burroughs and Mr. Frank's. They've been doing it for a long time right there, 5901 R Street in the Heights, a luxury eyewear shop, and here to help with both sunglasses and regular glasses as well. High-end designer eyewear, and by regular, I mean anything but, because this is top-notch stuff that you're not going to find anywhere else, like Cartier and Gucci and State Optical, Salt, and they've got the Zeiss lenses, which really set them apart. You're going to find these just at Burroughs and Mr. Frank's, and they do all the fitting and lab work right there in their own store lab. Nicole and Josh and their staff are here to help you. It's a great place, no pressure sales environment, but you want to stand out from the crowd, folks. It's real simple. Burroughs and Mr. Frank's is the answer for you. All right, let's get to it.
Now it's time to look back. It's the best interview and show moments of the week. It's the Zone Rewind.
Sure is. And here we go. All right, Moose, take it away, baby. Here we roll, and we have got the best comment of the whole week was about a shooting, but we'll start with football. This is Nathan Brown about watching college football in this era that has somewhat tainted people's opinions of the sport.
I know that it's got a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth on the direction that maybe college athletics, not just football, has gone, but there's just nothing like the pageantry of a Saturday afternoon. There's just not, and everything that goes with it. Not just the football, but the school pride, the band, the cheerleaders, the student sections. I mean, there's just something unique about college football. And so I am a fan.
I have such a hard time believing that people give up college football, even if the sport feels distasteful to them, because it would be on those Saturdays you would feel it's like that arm you don't have anymore.
Yeah.
It's there. You're going to feel the arm. You feel it moving, but it ain't there.
You start seeing the leaves change, you feel like you need to be watching football on Saturdays. I mean, especially if you're from the South.
As someone who grew up, college football is my favorite thing in the whole world. Ever since I was a little kid, even though I would go watch my alma mater eventually, get their brains beat in every Saturday. I mean, I watched them lose by 40 and 50 points on a regular basis. I mean, I'd see Nebraska come in and score 70, Oklahoma come in and score 70 the next week. But I still couldn't help but love it. And it's like that toxic relationship you just can't get out of. And I believe it was Brokeback Mountain where the guy said, I just can't quit you. And that's how I feel about college football. You know what I mean?
I'm an idiot. All right, we learned something this week, and I'll tell you what, we talked about Secretary of State Seward, who was best known for helping with the purchase of Alaska. But, man, he had a
thanks for the history lesson.
I know, it was crazy. So apparently he was part of a 3-ring assassination attempt along with the Vice President and President Lincoln. They only got one of them out of the 3. You know, I think that's what Meatloaf said, though. 1 out of 3 ain't bad. They never did attempt to try to kill the Vice President, but it was a scheme with John Wilkes Booth and others. But anyway, Seward survived because he's a bad dude.
Do you know that the guy Booth that killed Abraham Lincoln, there was a whole conspiracy and they tried to take out all the heads of state? And I don't remember this happening, but some guy broke in and stabbed William Seward 5 times in the throat. He was laid up from an injury, and he survived his injuries. I never knew this until today.
Like it happened right after the
It happened
assassination?
the same day,
Coordinated
or the day
attacks.
after. Yeah, and then they were gonna try to assassinate the vice president, but I read it this morning.
Well, it's like, so you decapitate the top. Well, there's a leader. There's a whole line of succession and everything.
Right.
You can take out the whole line of succession. Where's the leader?
I missed this whole story.
How do you survive 8 stabs to the neck?
5.
Or 5
It's dull.
stabs?
It's a very dull night.
It's a great read. You should read
Probably
about it.
a
It's not a
thick
great
dude.
read, but it's a wild story because other people got 5 people got stabbed by this psychopath that broke in there. They eventually caught him and hung him. So
Is
it was
this a
good.
legitimate website? How have I never heard of this?
Here it is right here.
I'm talking about
William
the
H.
bigger...
Seward, one of the targets of the 1865 assassination plot that killed Lincoln and was seriously wounded by conspirator Lewis Powell. That jerk.
It's like Chamberlain's 100-point game. There's no video of this. I just can't trust it.
There's no video of Abraham Lincoln being killed either, but I'm pretty sure he's dead, Phil.
No doubt. All right, next on the list we have, who knows? I don't know. Been having computer problems all day. No fun. What else you got, Moose? Walk me through it, baby. What's next?
I got you here. There you go. Got to talk to Coach Matt Zimmerman. He's down in the Bahamas. He's going to be calling the games. And he thought, these matchups are going to be kind of blowouts. He thought he might have some game time in them.
Bahamas select team, which I think we played them. They played Louisville. Louisville beat them by 50. And so I might get to play in that game. I could get Vince Coach to put me in.
Better have some stories for the broadcast, Tim.
Dunk
yeah,
on somebody.
might get some shots up too, buddy. I tell you, I can shoot it through a swinging thimble.
So we'll see if he gets in there.
Shoot it through a what?
A swinging thimble.
Okay, I've never heard that one.
I love that.
I don't want to run out of time. We've only got a couple minutes left, so let's get to our favorite clips of the week so far.
Okay.
And Brett Bielema was up, the former Razorback head coach, taking a shot at his former league.
I spent a couple of years in the SEC, was with Slive, and then transitioned to Sankey. And I just think about it now, everybody's going to have, opinions, and obviously they're going to draw the Big Ten, SEC, and all that goes around about that. But to sit in the room with both of those guys, I think with Tony and the vision and experience that he has, and to be in the room where Sankey, I know he's got to protect the SEC, and they kind of want to live in 2005 forever. But I think the forward thinking of where we are in college football is an awesome thing. So.
Stuart Mandel with The Athletic. Brett, you just said something earlier about the SEC wanting to live in 2005 forever. Can you just explain what you mean by that?
Well, I think I just made the headline, right? Well, I became a head coach in 2006, so I was going back before I was a head coach purposely. And I think what I'm saying is, I went to the league, I went to the SEC, and it was a completely different league, in my opinion, than the one I was in the Big Ten prior. And just with the basically the two biggest things, the biggest components are the transfer portal and revenue share, or NIL, however you want to describe it. When those two elements came into college football, the whole world changed. I mean, it's overly obvious to say that, but I think anything to predate that is just a different time in college football. It just is.
All right. Well, whatever. Fine. He's riding Kurt Cignetti's heels, I guess. Anyway, let's go to Trace Adkins, and this is a wild story. He was on with Theo Vaughn, and he was asked about an incident that he had with his wife. Pretty entertaining.
And I heard that one of your wives, I don't even know how to say this, they shot you. Is that true?
Yeah, I took it a little far, I thought. That was uncalled for. That was totally uncalled for. Just leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's a true story?
Let's just call it quits. And we don't have to go that far. You know? Yeah.
Do you think she shot you with the intent to take?
I don't think so, man. I don't think she even had any idea what that gun was going to do. I'd never seen her hold a gun. I'd never seen her shoot a gun. I knew she had one, but I'd never seen her use it. I mean,
yeah,
I had a bunch of guns, still have a bunch of guns, and I shoot them, you know, pretty often. But I'd never seen her do that, and I don't think she knew what was about to happen when she pulled that trigger. She thought it was a toy, you know.
Was she saying anything as she was pulling it? Was she pulling it like in a fit of anger, or was she just kind of?
She was mad, yeah.
Okay.
Wanted me to leave, and I wasn't going to leave, so that's how it went down.
How did it hit you?
She put it under my left arm, and the bullet came out under my right arm, so it went straight through.
Did you have your hands up or something like that?
I had this hand out like that, reaching for. I told her to give me the gun. And she just shot me. But
what did it feel like? Like a bee biting you?
Man, I think when one is that serious, your body protects you. You just go into shock. You don't really feel anything. I just remember getting up off the floor and then taking a few steps and then going back down. And that's all I remember.
You blacked out?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So, I didn't really feel like it really hurt me, you know.
And where did it go through your body?
It went under this arm, came out this arm, so it went straight through. It went straight through my heart and both my lungs.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was a kill shot. And the only reason that I survived was because the doctor said the only reason I survived was because the bullet went through at point blank velocity, at muzzle velocity, so it didn't have time to mushroom. It was just, you know, muzzle velocity, so it just went straight through.
Oh, I see. So and after that, it would have mushroomed.
Yes.
Damn, bro. Thank God she shot you so close then.
Yeah.
In a way, God. I mean, that's crazy to say. Sorry.
What a story.
That is the best. I love that.
Pro tip, when your wife shoots you, make sure it's point blank.
Yep, always. All right, we're going to run. Let's hit the break, come back, what's on tap, and we will get out of here. And we appreciate you tuning in on this Friday, everybody. It's 12:50, and as we head into the break, I want to remind you about something else that's fun to do, and let's go to Oaklawn. And if you haven't been there lately, listen, I'll tell you right now, get in that pool at Oaklawn right now sounds pretty dang appealing as opposed to going here and sweating on the golf course for 4 hours. But the good news is, whatever you're doing, it's a great place to kick it. And they do have great air conditioning on the inside over there as well. So if you want to go by and see them, the Astral Spa is outstanding. Forbes 4-star rated spa, Oaklawn.com. You can book your reservations there. Find out more about all the great dining options from the mainline sports bar with the best wings and hot springs to the higher-end options like the Bugler and the Oak Room. You got Silk's Bar and Grill. Just a lot of ways to have a good time over there. Great music coming up as well. At the end of next month, Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening. It is Friday, August 28th. Amy Grant and Cooper Allen are coming in September. We got shows beyond that as well. All the details are at Oaklawn.com, and you can book your room there as well. And they've got that smoke-free casino, which is outstanding. It is right there in Hot Springs. It is Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Go see our friends down there real soon. We're back after this to wrap it up with What's on Tap.
Razorback basketball heading to the Bahamas for the Baha Mar Summer League game starting Friday. This is Trey Schapp. Join me as I call in live from the Baha Mar Resort in Nassau. I will join each show on the Buzz daily with special bonus content on the Buzz social media platforms. Coverage of the Hogs in the Bahamas presented by Bet Saracen, UAMS Health, Gen Wealth Financial Advisors, and the University of Arkansas System.
Hi folks, Jeff Peters here, Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton. July is all about freedom. Here at Hagen's, we know you have the freedom to choose where you buy a vehicle, and we want your business. If you're in the market for a new vehicle, come let us prove it to you. No gimmicks, no hassles, and no BS. As far as pricing, well, we haven't been in business for over 50 years because our prices are too high. But don't take my word for it. Stop by and let us prove it to you. Come see us at Hagen's Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep Ram in Morrilton today, or check us out online at HagensMotors.com. Welcome to the family.
Get in the conversation with live fan feedback at 1037thebuzz.com. Presented on The Zone by Rainbow Restoration. When the unthinkable happens to your home or business, damage from water, smoke, fire, or mold, let Rainbow Restoration make you whole again. RainbowRestores.com. They restore, you recover.
Camping season is here, and Razorback Camper Sales in Hot Springs is liquidating all 2026 year model travel trailers and fifth wheels. If you've been thinking about a new trailer, now is the time to buy. One of the many great deals is a 20-foot Salem with bunk beds, power awning, plywood floor, and much more for only $14,990 or $150 a month. Hurry while the selection is good. All these great deals can be seen at RazorbackCamperSales.com.
When you think CertaPro Painters, you probably think interior and exterior painting for homes and commercial properties, which we do beautifully. But did you know that we're more than just paint? CertaPro also provides expert carpentry, sheetrock repairs, deck and fence staining, and durable garage and patio concrete coatings. Whether you're refreshing your home, upgrading a commercial space, or restoring outdoor areas, we deliver professional results with the quality and service you expect. Call CertaPro Painters today or schedule your free estimate at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. CertaPro Painters, that's certainty.
Getting a speeding ticket can ruin your day. But what about that cyclist or the pedestrian crossing the street? If you hit them while speeding, you'll do more than just ruin their days. That's why tickets are more than just a fine. They're a second chance. A reminder of what's on the line when you're behind the wheel. You won't get a do-over every time. Take this as your sign to follow the speed limit every drive. Speeding slows you down.
A message from the Arkansas Highway Safety Office.
U.S. Truck Accessories presents Match Game on Morning Mayhem. Listen for your chance to play their version of the classic TV game show from U.S. Truck Accessories in Conway and Searcy. Your #1 Central Arkansas source for camper shells, bed covers, spray-in bed liners, and more. Veteran owned since 2002. Online at ustruckaccessories.net.
All right, quick what's on tap. We'll wrap it up here from Pine Bluff. Hands it off to Out of Bounds.
What's on tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing. With locations in Argenta, Breckenridge Village, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
Well, Travelers tonight on Buzz 2 at 6:45, and first pitch at 7 o'clock against Midland. Then they're coming back home next week. And got Major League Baseball on the Buzz this weekend. The Cubs and Yankees are playing Saturday, so that'll be fun. We got Travelers versus Midland this weekend too. So, and Trey Schapp is going to be continuing coverage. So watch our social media channels and for posts from Trey down in the Bahamas. He'll be on with Bill Vickery on Sunday as well. So I think he'll probably end up going into Big Sarge's show, too. He's a big fan, so there you go. And then as far as national, you got the Women's British Open this weekend. That's kind of the big thing from a golf standpoint. And then there is I saw Ricky Fowler was in second at the men's tournament that's going on the PGA Tour. So that was, haven't heard from him in a minute, but the Rocket Mortgage Classic, I guess it is, the 2 p.m. coverage today on Golf Channel, and then there's a Corn Ferry event on there tonight if you're hung up on golf. Yankees and Cubs, by the way, first pitch Major League Baseball Network in 4 minutes. And White Sox and Tampa at 6:10 on the network, and then Milwaukee and the Angels play tonight in the late slot on the Major League Baseball Network. And for you, Moose, Montreal at Ottawa, CBS Sports Network, 6:30 tonight. All right, that's it. We got Wes.
What's up?
Hi, how are you?
Hey, Wes, you got me?
Yeah, are you on the road today?
Yeah, we're on the road. Can you listen to the background noise?
We have a lot. You don't. You're good. What's up?
All right, it's pickleball. We're at the state's largest indoor pickleball tournament, the Spa City Classic in Hot Springs. We're at the convention center, so we're going to be talking a little pickleball today, but We got a loaded show. Trey Schapp's going to call in at 1:30 from the Bahamas. We got Coach Z at 2:45 from the Bahamas. Sully's going to call in. We got Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen. Also Brian Edwards, VegasInsider.com. So we have a packed 3 hours to get everybody ready for the weekend.
Sounds good. We're ready to start it now. Moose, great job this week. Appreciate you everybody tuning in. Stick around for Out of Bounds. We'll join you from the studio on Monday, and then we got a couple days on the road next week. We're heading over to Flyway Brewing to watch the 11 o'clock game on the Razorbacks next Tuesday, and then apparently on Wednesday we're on the road as well. So anyway, hope you had a good week. We sure had fun, and we'll join you again on Monday. Thanks again to everybody here at Pine Bluff Country Club. Appreciate their hospitality, and I'll recap some of what happens down here on Monday. Adios, amigos.